Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So how many of you guys had a great new year? All right. Hopefully everybody had a good new year. Hopefully y'all was able to chill. Hopefully y'all was kicking it. Hopefully y'all wasn't at lame ass work like my ass was. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you made your New Year's resolution. And I hope one of those things that you put on your New Year's resolution was to embrace villainy. Because that's what we doing over here. You know what I'm saying? So let me give a shout out real quick to everybody that's in the room before we get the party started. All right. We got Lana in the room. What up with it, Lana? Good to see you. Got my man, Mr. Knock, in the building. What up with it, bro? We got Nikki. What up with it, Nikki? Happy New Year. Got my man, James Hudson, in the building. What up with it, bro? We got Tone up in here. All right. We got Honda 666, my man, AB Promotions. We in the building. So make sure that you guys smash that like button. All right. Also, make sure that you guys hit the bell. All right. Stacey Abrams. Let me ask you guys a question about Stacey Abrams. Shout out to my man Bronze the God. People who bet on Ohio State winning found out the hard way that the world is correct. Shout out to Chanel. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to pay to play. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Make that money. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of make that money, speaking of pay to play, let me ask you guys a question. How many of y'all are familiar with Stacey Abrams' current situation? Shout out to Shantae. What up with it? Happy birthday to you. Everybody drop some champagne bottles. You know what I'm saying? Some happy birthday congratulations emoji for Shantae. You know what I'm saying? We got, I almost said we got Happy Knickerbocker in the house. We got Hey Mr. Knickerbocker in the building. What up with it? Got my man James in the building. What up? Happy New Year to everybody. So let me ask you guys a question. What's up with Stacey Abrams? Matter of fact, let me ask you guys a question. What's been up with Stacey Abrams besides her blood pressure? You know what I'm saying? Besides her blood glucose. You know what I'm saying? Besides her excuse count. Besides that margin of votes that she lost to Kemp with. What's up with Stacey Abrams? I never really paid much attention to the way that Stacey Abrams dresses, so I can't really tell you if she matches or not. But as I'm watching her and how she quote unquote moves, what I'm starting to notice is a pattern. And guess what? It ain't kente cloth. It ain't kente cloth. Shout out to my man Ricky Jones. Happy New Year, bro. So, you know what they always say. Past behavior is always the best indicator of future behavior, right? So what we're going to do is, before we get started on the most current stuff, we're going to take a look at some old stuff. All right. Shout out to Maya. What up with it, Maya? Good to see you. Happy New Year's. What is Stacey Abrams' wallet looking like lately? You guys know? You guys heard anything? What is Stacey Abrams' wallet looking like? You think she could afford to pay for your Uber if you needed her to? You think she could loan you a couple bucks to get you a nice venti mocha at Starbucks if you happen to want that type of thing? You think Stacey Abrams got you? You think she got enough money to say, you know what, I got you? Because you might have heard some stuff in the news. You might have heard some stuff on YouTube. What'd you guys hear about her? What'd you guys hear about her? Did you guys hear anything other than her waddle away and say, ah, when that guy asked about reparations? Man, if Stacey Abrams was a stock, you'd have made a lot of money betting on her. You wouldn't have made a lot of money betting on her to win an election, right? Because she's like Ohio State in important games. 0-2. You know what I'm saying? But man, somehow, for not producing, her stock price sure is producing. I'm going to blow this up so that you guys can see it. Stacey Abrams' net worth is up 3,000% since losing election. Failed candidate was in debt 3 years ago. Now she's worth more than $3 million. How's that happen? Oh! Facts. Shout out to my man Ricky. She made millions in the last 2 years. James says, first heard she increased her wealth, stomping for the Democrats. So now let me ask you guys a question. What does that tell you? Whether you win or you lose with the Democrats, there's always a payout for keeping people confused, isn't there? In Stacey's case, she's made herself a nice fortune. She's made a fortune to match her head. Big. You know what I'm saying? This is an article from April 5th of 2022. Democratic Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams has cashed in big following her failed 2018 bid for governor. Now, how is that important? That's the question. How is that important? Well, we said it earlier. Past behavior is always the most predictive of future behavior. So Stacey Abrams, like many of us, is living life on repeat. Shout out to my man Carlton Way. She lost. Well, in 2018, when she lost, her pockets swole up faster than her ankles do when she eats some food with monosodium glutamate in it and chase it down with a nice gallon of mineral water. You know what I'm saying? Them pockets swole up like a damn balloon. You might look out the window and see Stacey Abrams floating over your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? With a ticker under her that says, "I'm rich, bitch." You might just see that. They do shit like that on the holidays. It is New Year's. You know what I'm saying? And money might come out of it because she's got so much. Abrams' net worth is now $3.17 million, according to the Associated Press, but about 3,000% more than her net worth of $109,000 when she first ran. How does that happen? Now, it might be some things that she did. She might have been making some moves in the background. And another thing that's very interesting to pay attention to, right, is, it's always good to note this kind of stuff. But now, yeah, I got criticisms for Stacey because Stacey has been leading people astray for a long time. But now I'm actually curious, how much money is Ron DeSantis pocketing? How much money is Marjorie Taylor Greene pocketing? How much money is Mitch McConnell pocketing? Better question, how come no articles like this about them ever come out? You know, all the articles that the New York Post put out and all the articles that Time put out, all the articles that Fox put out, all the articles that Bloomberg put out about BLM and Patrice. Oh, man, scammers. Okay, yeah, I get it. Waiting for the articles about the Proud Boys. Waiting for the articles about the Oath Keepers. Don't hold your breath waiting unless you got an Ambu bag or a vent. You mess around and be looking like a smooth, looking like a Smurf. And then you'll probably fall over. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lana. What up with it? My man DJ Elmo, what's up with it? We got Carlton in the building. What's good? AOC, facts. How come we never hear about AOC's money? Why is it that when it comes to some money, we hear about Al Sharpton's money all the time? Now, do I like any of these people? No. But I'm trying to figure out why we don't ever hear about their counterparts. Think about that. Think about that. One of the reasons why we don't ever hear about that is because both the Democrats and the Republicans know that we've been treated so bad by the alleged people that are supposed to represent us that, quote unquote, they expect, quote unquote, an emotional reaction, quote unquote, anytime they put any information out, thinking that they can weaponize our rage, thinking that they can weaponize our trauma, which is one of the reasons why it's so important to pay close attention to this stuff. Take notes. Bookmark your YouTube videos. Make sure you got your information in order before you dive into the politics. We all know about this. We all know this stuff is a scam. Facts, Ricky. AOC, the squad, and the think tank that comes up with them. Justice Democrats. They the biggest frauds. AOC sitting there talking about what is black. Seriously? There's a black question now. AOC said she was a descendant of slaves. These people are quacks. And they need to be gotten up out of there. And, you know, when they come getting upset, stomping, angry, Roland Martin, looking like Kirby on the Nintendo DS, balled up like Sonic the Hedgehog, rolling up stage to the mic to start screaming and babbling Democratic nonsense. Embrace villainy. It's okay to be the bad guy. Who cares how you feel about it? Her multimillionaire status comes years after media appearances, speeches, and books, many of which have focused on alleged threats to the democratic process. She has never conceded her defeat in the 2018 race, saying instead that the election was stolen through quote-unquote voter suppression. Now, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys have heard about Democrats, particularly Democrats involved with the Black Congressional Caucus, being involved in these money schemes? Didn't some information come out a little bit ago about Jim Clyburn hooking his family members up with jobs, jacking up the pay? Same thing with Maxine Waters. Man, these people really greasing their pockets, aren't they? Let me ask you guys a question. Out of all the newfound riches that Stacey Abrams had, started from the bottom, now she here. $3 million. She not drinking Tito's no more. She sipping Ace of Spades. She pour you any. She give you a cup. She give you a shot. She give you anything other than a hard time. So much for trickle-down economics, right? Abrams made more than $3 million in 2021 alone, delivering 37 paid speeches. Many focused on Republican-led voting legislation passed in the wake of the 2020 election. Now, pay very close attention. She used this $3 million to do nothing that involves empowerment. Again, it's her money. She's allowed to do whatever it is that she wants to. Just keep that in mind when we start asking for receipts about why we should vote for you. Because my question for everybody that's watching this video is, as of right now, from everything that you've heard, why did so many people vote for her? Because a lot of people did. So that's one of the things that's important that we need to figure out the answer to. Why do people keep voting for these people? Why did Raphael Warnock get so much support when they're not doing anything? They're not even reinvesting their campaign money into winning campaigns, let alone reinvesting the money into some things that might be empowering for their constituents. Facts, James. She got paid by capping for illegals and LGBTQ. So now here's my question, right? We got some evidence and we'll be going through more, but it seems like we have a pattern. Stacey Abrams loses an election. Stacey Abrams finds millions of dollars. That's a nice little pattern, isn't it? Which she has also decided or described as voter suppression. She reported, look at this, she reported no income from her organization, Fair Fight Action, which she funded after her failed gubernatorial bid. All right. In a statement to AP, Abrams accused Republicans of having, quote unquote, demonized her achievements. It's remarkable to me that success is now being demonized by the Republicans, Abrams said. I believe in success. I believe that every person should have the opportunity to thrive. Now, here's my question. After this sentence, what is she doing to provide, quote unquote, every person the opportunity to thrive? Because one thing that we have to understand when it comes to these Democrats, when it comes to these Republicans, they've already made it very clear that the entire United States government is going to practice benign neglect. Can we agree on that? If you guys agree that the Democrats and the Republicans have an unspoken oath between each other to continue for the indefinite future to practice benign neglect, give me a thumbs up. If that's not true and you guys think otherwise, let me know what you think. And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed that like button, please make sure you guys take a moment, smash that like button. Also, please help your boy out by making sure you share the video out to your social media, and also make sure that you guys hit the bell if you're not subscribed. Shout out to my man Jay. What up with it, bro? So now, knowing that, anytime we get into one of these political debates, the first thing that we have to do is prove that the Democrats are following benign neglect, which they're following it to a T, down to the specific groups of people that they're helping to dilute any legislation provided to black people. I mean, down to a T, they're following the benign neglect memorandum. All right, so that's the first thing, because, you know, people will say that, well, that doesn't exist. Well, yes, it does. You know what I'm saying? Knowing now that it's part of their policy to follow the Moynihan recommendation of benign neglect against black people, we have to state to the Democrats, we know that you're not going to do anything specifically for us. Not only is there the benign neglect memorandum that took place decades ago, but we also have the vice president and the president saying it multiple times. It's recorded. We also have multiple instances of them deflecting every time we mention something. What about reparations? Well, as long as it involves the indigenous Americans. You think I'm going to do something that only helps black people? No. What do you feel about reparations for slaves? I think that this was a country built by immigrants. Got it. I know y'all think we're slow, but we got the message the first time. All of those things, because they were spoken by politicians, multiple politicians, the president and the vice president, it's a safe assumption and a factual statement for us to be able to say that benign neglect is standard Democrat policy. Facts. Facts, Lloyd. Look at the response, or lack of response in Buffalo, right? We could call it a response, quote unquote, or the response was a lack of response, right? Shout out to DJ Elmo for answering the Nightbot, right? I agree with you 100%, bro. So now, since we already have established that, and it's undeniable, we're not going to take any rebuttal on that because we've already done more than our due diligence of proving it. We'll ask, what have you done to improve, quote unquote, the opportunities of everybody? If you ask me, she hasn't done anything. What has she done with her work through the Congressional Black Caucus? What does the Congressional Black Caucus's mission and vision statement say? The Congressional Black Caucus is the only congressional caucus that's ethnicity/race specific that has it as part of its mission statement to help with policies and empower other groups of people. They're the only one. The Asian Caucus says they're here for the betterment of Asian Americans. Latino Caucus, we're here for the empowerment and betterment of Latino Americans. Congressional Black Caucus, man, this sounds like somebody grabbed some ranch. Somebody got some of that Olive Garden cheese, some nice crisp purple onions, couple pieces of bacon, some nice black cracked salt, and put together a low-fat, schizophrenic word salad. That's what their mission statement looks like. At least me and TD give you breadsticks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Kid Gravity. Shout out to Val. What up with it, Val? Shout out to RG Titan. What's good with y'all? Right? They putting together a nice big entree and an olive on a toothpick through a nothing burger. Again. But it's not a nothing burger for everybody. Stacey Abrams got a nice, thick porterhouse USDA steak. Surf and turf with some shrimp. You know what I'm saying? And because I had 3 years where I was in the private sector, I leveraged all 3 years. And in that time, I've done my best not only to be successful personally, but to do what I can to help Georgians. Abrams' efforts at self-promotion have at times had her contradicting herself. In April, she led a coalition of activists in fierce opposition to new voting ID legislation, only to reverse her position 2 months later. Now, you know what else she reversed her position on? That's important. We don't really care too much about the voting stuff because we can vote. We all got ID. We're all citizens. But you know what else she reversed her position on? Somebody let me know in the comment section. What else did Stacey Abrams reverse her position on? Besides saying that she was going to eat a little bit more healthy. What else did she reverse her position on? Do y'all know? If y'all know, give it to me in the comment section. If y'all don't know, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, Jay says everyone needs to start saying we Black, Indian, illegal Americans. I mean, as much as we get hassled by the police, you literally think we were illegal Americans. Kid Gravity got it. Everybody drop some radiation emoji in the comment section for my man Kid Gravity. Her opposition to Cop City here in Georgia. Yeah, she wants to fund the police. She wants to fund the police with a lot of money. I think I got a video on this channel about it. Not raising taxes. Facts. You have been saying that. You have been saying that, hey, Mr. Knickerbocker. You have been saying that. You can't body shame if somebody's body is a shame, Tone. They did that themselves. Like, if your body is a shame, you didn't body shame that person. That person body shamed themselves because they're allowing their body to be in a condition of a shame. You know what I'm saying? That's some projection when people say that. You're body shaming me. I didn't do that to you. I'm just noting what everybody else sees. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says she also waged an aggressive lobbying campaign to be Biden's 2020 running mate, citing her quote unquote strong history of executive and management experience and foreign affairs expertise through 25 years in independent study of foreign policy. In January, Abrams embarked on an ambitious media rebrand to invent herself as a pragmatic moderate ahead of the 2020 election. You see that? A pragmatic moderate. What does that mean? She's a pragmatic moderate. Yeah, her BS black men agenda. The Miles and Yak agenda. You know what I'm saying? At the billiards hall. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Stacey. They sitting up there drinking Wild Irish Rose and smoking Black and Milds and think that's going to do something to help people. It means she's a slick conservative. Facts. She's just like Joe Biden. She's taking ideas from both sides of the aisle. Facts, Kid Gravity. And she's rubbing elbows on both sides of the aisle. So that means that when there's something that the Republicans want to knock down, which 9 times out of 10 is going to be something that Black people have a political aspiration for, there's where you get sold out. So now here's the thing, right? We go back to the basis. The world is correct. Again, the world is correct is not meant to be an offensive statement. The world is correct is meant to be an objective statement to look at the state of the world and see what it is that's causing the issues that manifest before our eyes. If a politician's job is to represent its constituents and we get benignly neglected and routinely ignored by the politicians who are in office that claim to represent us not getting anything is the only expectation that anyone should have. What we're seeing is exactly what we should see. People who don't represent us not representing us. The world is correct. So how do you fix that situation? The same way you fix any situation in a correct system. You eliminate the ability of the offender to commit the offense. That means you get them up out of there. That's why it's so important for people in 2023 and beyond to make sure they pay attention to these things, because this is the future. Yeah, facts, Kid Gravity. Never forget, she had hospitals closed while she was House Minority Leader. Super facts. So the situation that we currently have is that there is a Capitol building full of cardboard cutout props that act like they're representatives for us, and even at times make things up and say that these are things that we need or want, actually working to harm our interests. Shout out to my man KO Kid Fit. So the question that we got to ask then is, how do we deal with it? We got to get each and every one of them out of there. We got to put the squeeze on them. Facts. Stacey is only used in Georgia to keep black Georgians on that voter train. I agree, James. And that's one of the reasons why we got to start working on that, because it only gets worse as it progresses over time. I had did a stream about Marcel Dixon, right? A lot of people didn't believe that Marcel Dixon lost. They felt that, he was real popular, he came with a good message, and that he shouldn't have lost. I would have liked to see him win, but it wasn't a surprise that he lost to me, and not a fault of his own. I want people to understand that. Not a fault of his own. When we do our content on YouTube, when you guys who come are wonderful enough to come to our videos and watch our content, you have to understand that when it comes to us, we're a minority inside of a minority. All of us congregated together will make the illusion that the majority of people feel this way. Now, when you're on YouTube, you could bump into maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or maybe even 10, depending on how much YouTube you watch and what kind of content creators you watch, like-minded people. But that's in the YouTube world. When you turn off YouTube and you talk to your next door neighbor, that flips opposite. The probability of you talking to somebody like-minded has now flipped. Now it's less likely because you're in the real world, which means that what we got to do is we got to start transferring our message to the real world. We got to go beyond YouTube. We got to go beyond, like Kid Gravity. Kid Gravity beyond. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Deneen. What up with it? I think that he didn't win, or at least the reason why he was where he was at was because we need to amplify our voices more. We need to make more people aware. We're the minority. There's 46 like-minded people in here. You know what I'm saying? If you go somewhere else and talk to somebody about this kind of stuff, if you say, hey, you know, there were some things that Trump had in place that weren't that bad, they'll look at you like you're crazy. If you say, hey, we got to look at policy here, the Democrats, you can't go entirely Democrat. Everything that they say is not correct. Look at this study about immigration and how it impacts jobs for Black people. Shout out to Shatera. What up with it? This is not good. Why are you voting for these people? Look at your neighborhood. That's one thing that if you live in a Black neighborhood, a lot of times, one thing that the common conversation is I remember back in the day when this town was this. Now it's a bunch of XYZ people here. Uptown, it's a bunch of Arabs. Uptown, it's a bunch of Asians. Now it's just a bunch of Mexicans. Almost every single Black city is like that. Man, I live in a tiny city in the Midwest. You don't hear about it on the news very often. Unless, you know, they're talking about LeBron James. But that's a problem here. Gentrification. Where's gentrification going on anywhere other than majority Black areas? Who's facilitating that? The very people that the people getting pushed out are voting for. Why are they doing it? The same reason why people eat food that's bad for them. Either because they like how it tastes and they don't care about what it's doing to their body, or because they don't know. There's a lot of people that don't know that dumping a lot of salt on your food will cause you high sodium. They like how it tastes. There's a lot of people that don't know that voting for Democrats will push you out of your city and possibly have you broke. But what they say may sound good. How they look may look good. You can't be surface level. You got to go deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says during the 2018 election, Abrams owed $54,000 to the IRS and had $96,000 in student loan debt. I wonder if she got her student loans taken care of, and $83,000 in credit card debt, all which was paid off by the end of 2019. Now I wonder how she paid it off. So remember, this is from 2018, this particular time period from 2018 to about April of 2022. Stacey Abrams lost the election. She started out with about $100,000 net worth. At this point, in this current juncture, she is now worth about $3 million. Yet, remember, currently, her campaign is broke. Keep that in mind. And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please make sure you guys smash the like button. Also, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you hit the bell icon twice. And also make sure that you guys share the video to your social media. All right. And also check out some of the content creators who are here in the chat that make great content, like my man KO Kid Fit and my man Kid Gravity. All right. Shout out to anti-ableism. What up with it? Hustling. Every day I'm hustling. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You gonna have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Stacey Abrams' rising financial fortunes draw fire from the right. So remember, as we look at this, as we investigate this, the main thing for this is to ask the questions when the Democrat shills are talking crap. The bigger picture question that we have to ask, because we got to be multitasking, is where is the information like this about Ron DeSantis? Now, there's a website called, I think it's called Open Secrets. DJ Elmo always talks about that site. They give a lot of detailed information about people's campaigns. Ron DeSantis's campaign got over $100 million. How much of that do you think he pocketed? How much of that do you think he admits to pocketing? See, that's the question. She's making it, Deneen, the same way that they all make it. Quote unquote, speaking engagements. Never thought that somebody that said nothing's words would be of so much value. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is what kind of speeches is she giving? Is she giving a speech about how to lose an election? Because it seems like that's the only thing that she can consistently do is lose. She always comes in second place when there's only two candidates. She go to the pep talk. Hi guys. My name is Stacey Abrams. You might remember me from the election. Career accomplishments. I came in second place twice. You came in second place twice because it was only two people in the damn race. Yeah, that's the only thing she can show you is how to lose. I tell you, I'm gonna write a book. It's gonna be called Secrets to Success. How to come in second. Rule number 1, make sure that there's only one other person in competition with you. Like, are you serious? I mean, if you do anything other than come in second, you won. You succeeded. That's a damn scam. You know what I'm saying? Democrat Georgia governor nominee emphasizes business acumen. Her growing fame helped push her net worth to $3.2 million. What is she famous for besides losing? She's the voice of voter reform. Well, why can't she get anybody to reform their opinion and actually put in a vote for her? Why can't she do that? What is she teaching people how to do? Install vending machines? Because if I'm looking at Stacey Abrams' track record, there's nothing that I would really, the only thing that I would want her to teach me how to do is how to perform mediocre and increase my net worth $3,000. If you wrote a book called I'm a Loser, but I'm Winning, I'll buy it right now. Yeah, I clearly she does. Clearly she does. Because I mean, that's impressive. Most people, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't even increase their winnings like that if they won a lottery jackpot. So she clearly does know how to do that. She knows how to get the bag. Her stage music, when she walks onto the stage, they should be playing Erykah Badu. Bag lady, you gonna get that bag. Because she gonna get that bag. She gonna get that bag. And then when she talk about who gonna vote, Obama gonna Chicago slide his skinny ass up there and be like, if you need somebody to vote, you better call Tyrone and cousin Pookie. If you don't sit your narrow, long-headed ass down somewhere. This article here is from August 26th of 2022. Ha! Last year. You know what I'm saying? Stacey Abrams is known for upending Georgia Republican-dominated politics. Her quote-unquote voting rights activism. Now, here's my question, right? If she's busting it down like this, she giving so many people the right to vote, why are they like, oh, thank you, Stacey, and then go vote for somebody else? Why do they do that? Oh, Stacey, Senior Stacey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now let me go vote for the Republican, eh? Why? How about, like, I don't know. Maybe that's not working. That's like if you're a gun instructor and all of the people that you teach how to use guns turn around and rob your ass. Maybe stop doing that. The voice is KO Kid Fit. She wants a straight white males to vote for. You know what I'm saying? The former Georgia House Minority Leader has been touting her credentials. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. This is the millions, y'all. This is the price tag shit right here. This is the invoice. As a serial entrepreneur who understands the needs of small business. Okay. Guess what? I understand the alphabet. I'm not rich. It was the subject of one of her first ads. Hi, my name is Stacey Abrams. I'm a serial entrepreneur who understands the needs of small businesses. Give me the bag. Really? I think not. I think not. How is this worth money? You can listen to anybody say this shit. How is this helping anybody? Okay, if you understand the needs of small businesses, what small businesses have you improved? Where's some statistics at? Who's bottom line, net income, revenue? You know what I'm saying? Free cash, assets, liabilities. What have you done with these businesses? Have they increased their market share 5-10% in the first quarter of the year? This is what I'm talking about. They expect everybody to be dumb. You know what? I didn't, Deneen. I actually did it. When I was in class, I was a clown. You know what I'm saying? So, in my early stages, in my early career, I worked as a class clown. You know what I'm saying? But then I advanced to a student. You know what I'm saying? So those days are behind me. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the former Georgia House Minority Leader has been touting her credentials as a serial entrepreneur. Again, what is a serial entrepreneur? I could tell you what a serial entrepreneur is if you ask me when it comes to Stacey Abrams, right? So if somebody does something in a serial fashion, that means that they do it in a patterned and routine way. What we can say about Stacey Abrams is that she's a serial underperformer, right? She's a serial loser, right? She's a serial second place, right? Serial second place. That's a SS. She might be able to get a job with the Azov Battalion. You know what I'm saying? It was featured prominently in an economic speech that she gave earlier this month. She regaled a crowd about it at a recent gathering in an Atlanta suburb, saying that fintech company she founded in 2010 should be a model for helping small businesses handle cash flow. Now, where's the examples of why that business should help businesses handle cash flow? Let me ask you guys a question. Judging from the headlines about her campaign, would you feel comfortable having her balance your checkbook? That's that's the question. You know what I'm saying? Would you be comfortable? Hey, Stacey, I'm going out for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody to handle my affairs for me for a little bit. Here's my credit card. Here's my checkbook. I need you to keep it balanced. Make sure you pay these couple bills until I get back. Stacey will waddle over to you like a Oompa Loompa. And she say, okay, boss. Because she's used to doing that. Then you come back, credit card maxed out. Sheriff lock on your door. The mail falling all out the mailbox because it's so full. Grass all the way up to the front windows. What the hell happened here? I just managed your affairs like I manage my business. Damn. No wonder you lost twice. Give me my damn credit card. Matter of fact, keep the shit. It's not even worth anything anymore. Matter of fact, I'm about to see if I can get some of these damn charges removed. That's what happened with Stacey Abrams, one of them type of people that don't even have kids yet, but have put her electric bills in their names. I'm doing this so they had good credit. Girl, bye. No, you're not. Shut up. I bet you her damn company's in somebody's name that ain't around. So now here it says, as Abram, who's 48, tries to unseat incumbent Republican Brian Kemp, which didn't happen. He's still comfortably seated, himself a wealthy businessman. Now, notice how they just do that. Again, we got to pay close attention. Now, you know we roasting Stacey. We give Stacey a little bit of, let her wipe some of that sweat off of her forehead real quick. Now we're going to put the attention on Kemp. Well, you know, he's a wealthy businessman. Right back to Stacey. Okay, whoa. How is he a wealthy businessman? We'll just skip right past that because, I mean, does it matter? I mean, had nobody found those text messages, quote unquote, Brett Favre would have been, quote unquote, just a wealthy businessman, right? And that's one of the reasons why they do this. We know that when it comes to a lot of these black Democratic politicians, we know that they're corrupt. We know that. But the reason why they put that out there, again, is to take the focus off of somebody like a Kemp. Where are you getting your money from? That's actually a good question. And why are there all these articles about all these black people, and there's never no articles about any of the white ones? The moment you start questioning that, the translucent troopers come out. Well, why are you bringing race into it? I'm not bringing race into it. I'm bringing media into it. How come the media is not covering these people? You must be a liberal. You must be saying that white people don't do anything wrong ever, so all we need to do is just focus on black people at all times. Got it. Makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. So now here it says her entrepreneur interests are taking a growing role for both her campaign and among conservatives seeking to undermine her. Some writers in the right-wing media have taken aim at her ballooning, which is a kind of hilarious word when talking about Stacey Abrams' wealth, as well as fintech firm, Now Corp. Abrams, who's also a tax attorney. Now, that's interesting because she knows how to hide everything. Now, here go the question. How come she ain't helping black people fix their credit? Hi, my name is Stacey Abrams. I got a tax return and credit fixing company. How come she don't do that for anybody? Now, here go the question, right? Knowing that she got a financial background, she knows exactly how much reparations will help foundational black Americans. So how come she don't have any calculations set up anytime anybody asks her a question? Shatira said, "Da-doom, doom." Da-doom, doom. So her net worth soared from about $109,000 in 2018 when she first ran against Kemp for governor to about $3.2 million last year, according to financial disclosures. Now, my question is, that's how much she won after the first loss. Now, after this most recent loss, how much do y'all think that she's going to be worth? Because she clearly isn't paying back that campaign company that she has because they're broke. So there's probably a lot of that money getting filtered somewhere and then finding itself in her bank account. So my question for you guys is, after this most recent loss, how much money do you think she's going to be worth? And like I said, most financial planners, private equity managers would be millionaires if they were able to teach their clients how to have a 3,000% return every year. Stacey Abrams increased her net wealth 3,000%. I mean, you know, you're not advocating for reparations. Why don't you help teach black people how to get a 3,000% return? Oh, probably because if you taught everybody your methods, everybody would be looking at you funny in the class. Whole bunch of people would be looking at you like, And then you probably would be running for your third loss. Shatera said the Atlanta market is oversaturated with credit repair schemes. Stacey knows that. Get with it, Rob. My bad. So now here it says most of the increase appears to spring from her growing fame and its effect on her ability to sell books and command speaking fees. So now we know where she's getting most of her money from. Somebody had mentioned it in the comment section. Shout out to whoever it was. I had just glanced over at the comment section real quick. Selling books and speaking fees, not on her actual political productivity. Now, speaking of her political productivity, what does that look like? What is her political productivity looking like? I got to agree with Deneen. I think the 15 minutes of fame might be over. And I got to agree with Ricky too. I'm thinking about 6 million. Probably maybe even 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? She also has reported ownership stakes of at least $5,000 in 8 companies besides Now Corporation. They include a consulting firm and a company that works with the state's brisk movie production industry, among others. There you go right there. Did you guys know that? She works with a consulting firm and a company that works with the state's movie production industry. So now when they say that the Democratic Party is linked to Hollywood, now we got one person and a direct link. We got Stacey Abrams linked to the movie production business in Atlanta. So now we know where all of these Democrat agenda messages are coming from. Remember, think tank, media, politician. Think tank, politician, media. Think tank comes up with the talking points. They give it to their media. They give it to their politic or their politician. Their media acts as a signal booster, acts as a amplifier, acts as a platform for their politician. It's like the fire triangle. Remember we talked about the fire triangle? Oxygen, air, and fuel. Without one of those elements, the fire can't exist. But with all three at the same time, they can exist. That's what we're looking at on the left and on the right. And if you look at us as a entity that does not have anybody advocating our political needs, we don't have any of those pieces of the triangle, which means that we need to start building our own triangle. You see what I'm saying? Lana says, which support platform does Rob prefer? Which gets most funds to the channel? Patreon or Screw to? You know what? Probably Patreon. But if you use the Stream Elements links, those actually go. That's probably the least because it goes like directly to me with the least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was in a movie. Yeah, facts. Kid Gravity, Patreon or Cash App. Probably Cash. I think Cash App is actually cheaper than PayPal. I think StreamYards might use or Stream Element might use PayPal. So yeah. I'm sounding like Charleston White. Yeah. Use Patreon or Cash App if you want to do that. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That helps. Black light staying on. You know what I'm saying? Abrams' emphasis on her business experience makes sense as a way to win over the narrow sliver of the Georgia electorate that already hasn't chosen side for a race, said Andrea Gillespie, a political scientist at Atlanta's Emory University who followed both of the candidates' gubernatorial bids. She is trying to cultivate a broad base of appeal and showing that she has been in position to show leadership and management skills. Now, I want to dissect this sentence right here, because this is the part right here. I think that this is the part right here. If we can start getting people to see through this part right here, we'll start be able to match the real world numbers of people who actually know what's going on in politics with the YouTube numbers of people that knows what's going on in politics. There's a lot of people that think that just because somebody is a black person in politics, that they're going to quote unquote look out, which I mean, after all these years, like everybody lives through, you know what I'm saying, like a couple presidents, a couple, senators, a couple governors, not really seeing much change. I don't know why people still vote like that, but people do for whatever reason. So what we got to start doing is we got to say, you know, when these people say they're trying to cultivate a quote unquote broad base of appeal, what that means is that those kind of people are not going to do anything specific for us. Whatever it is that we're looking for, that's going to always be first on the chopping block. That's going to always be at the bottom of the priority list until we change things. So that's a candidate that you might want to be weary of. You might not want to give automatic support to that candidate. You might want to lock that candidate in with a campaign promise, make them complete part of it at the beginning before they even get in office, and then finish it up when they get in office. Don't just be like, yeah, sure, I'll give you your vote. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of y'all go shopping like this? You just go to the store and give the cashier your money and say, all right, and then sit at home and wait for the cashier to deliver you, I don't know, whatever it is that they might deliver you. I guarantee you, if you shopped like that, you'd be extremely upset because you just keep giving money day after day and wouldn't nothing ever show up. Isn't that the same thing that's been happening with the votes? So, you know, that sounds silly to shop like that, right? But for some reason, it doesn't sound silly to a lot of people to vote like that. And they practice voting like that. And the political representation that we have shows it. What we have going on is the evidence of people not putting in the work. Next time you talk to one of your friends or one of your family members who just votes blue no matter who, next time you go to Target, just tell them, did you happen to get paid today? You want to go to Target? All right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Once you guys go in Target, you know, pick a line that you like. You know, maybe a cashier seems pretty cool, or you know somebody there, and say, okay, go ahead and leave them $200 and let's get out of here. Wait a minute, hold on. We didn't pick anything out yet. We didn't get anything. There was some stuff that I wanted to, don't worry about it. No, just leave the money there. They will look at you like you're crazy. But they don't look at themselves like they're crazy when they're doing the exact same thing for the vote. If you're going to do something like that, save your money. At least gamble. Even if you gamble, you have a chance of possibly getting something back. You might win a jackpot. You might win a couple dollars. But you're not just leaving your money and then walking away, because that's exactly what people do. They go to the booth, vote, and then walk away and then wonder why nothing happens. Well, have you talked to anybody? Did you tell anybody what you wanted? Did you tell them what you expected before you handed them the currency? No, I just gave them the money. If a shady booster came up to you and said, if you give me $50 now, I'll hook you up next week. I hope no one gives that booster any money, because what's going to happen is you're never going to see that person again. Right. That's what they'll say. Your ancestors died for you to have the right to vote. Our ancestors died for us to also have the right to not vote. Our ancestors also died for us to supposedly have political representation, but we're not getting that either, which is the whole reason behind voting. See, what becomes the problem is that when it comes to the Democrat Party, the Democrat has already lost their way in an irreparable way. The Democrats have outside funding from large, lucrative lobby groups like Big Pharma, LGBTQ groups, Latino organizations, pro-immigration organizations. The only thing that we have is our vote. And the problem is that they have people conditioned. They have people conditioned so well that they can almost bet on us just giving them the vote. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do they deserve it? If you have a landscaper and that landscaper came to your house to cut the grass and he took out a set of scissors and cut a blade of grass and demanded his pay, would you pay him? That's what the Democrats have been doing here. Let me take out these little scissors. I'm gonna cut this little piece of grass over here on the corner. Okay, I need a full payment for the front and the backyard. You're out of your mind. But see, the Democrats are expecting it to be you who's out of your mind. Super facts, Solo T. That's why we got to try to lay things clearly out on the table so people can see the reason. Because the more information that you have, the less you rely on any kind of emotion. In many cases, people become emotional or people make an impulse decision because they may not have the proper amount of information. They might not have the instructions on how to complete a specific technique. If you're well-rounded with the information that you need, or you have complete instructions, it's less likely that you'll be anxious, which anxiety also calls quote unquote impulse-based or emotion-based decisions or actions. So now we've seen the model that the Democrats have used, right? And the model that the Democrats have used is brainwashing and scamming. If the Democrats was able to do it, we're able to do it too. We can get people back on track to get them to be able to at least make an informed decision. Most times you don't even have to advocate for anything. If somebody is up to speed with the information will make the decision for them. You don't have to say, well, don't vote Democrat, because when the person already has all the information, unless something's wrong with them, if they can see what's actually going on, their logic will process. Make sure you guys show some love to Lana L. She just dropped $25. Make sure y'all drop some radiation emojis and show her some love. Appreciate it, Lana. So now here it says, many people assume all she did was serve as the state legislator. Now here's my question. Anybody that's from Atlanta, anybody that's from Georgia in here, can anybody give a list of notable achievements that Stacey Abrams made that has improved their life on a day-to-day basis that would inspire you to vote for her again? Is there anybody in here that can name, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 things that she did? Now, here's another question. On the opposite end, are there people in here who can name maybe 5 or 6 things that she did that will cause them to not vote for her again? Go ahead and list those things. See, Shatera says nope. RG Titan says none. Yeah, facts, DJ Elmo. It was Democrats who did that attack on Wilmington, North Carolina. Super facts. So now here it says it also counters Kemp 58, who consistently portrays himself as a small businessman first and politician second. According to his financial disclosures, the governor's business interests largely involve real estate. He listed a net worth of $8.6 million. Kemp currently leads Abrams in polling by about 4 percentage points, according to Real Clear Politics average. The Abrams campaign didn't respond for requests for comment on the candidate's finances and the Republicans' attacks, although it did provide information on Now Corp's business. Abrams' finances were also a focus of the 2018 campaign. When she first ran for governor, she owed the IRS $54,000 for back taxes from 2015 and 2016, which she said was tied to the cost of taking care of a sick patient. That led to a sick parent. That led to Republican attacks questioning her ability to manage the state. It almost certainly hurt her in the election, Gillespie said. Adams lost that race by 1.4 percentage points or 54,000 votes. That's interesting. She lost that election by the exact same amount of votes as dollars that she owed the IRS. What's the chances of that? She owed the IRS $54,000, lost the election by 54,000 votes. What's the chances of that? Sound like 54,000 might be her lucky number. It sounds like 54,000 might be the lucky number. So now here it says it almost certainly hurt her election. Again, Abrams lost that race by 1.4 percentage points or 54,000 votes, the closest any Democrat has come to winning the Georgia governorship in more than 20 years. There may have been some people who preferred that she clean up her own house before managing the state, she said. Abrams' financial reversal, as well as her focus on her business expertise in this race, takes that story away. I mean, it actually doesn't, because it happened. And if somebody brings it up, they're going to expect an explanation about it. Shout out to DJ Elmo for answering the Nightbot. And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please make sure you guys take a moment, smash that like button, hit that bell icon twice. All right. Also, please share the video out. And also make sure you guys are subscribed to my backup channels. So now here it says Gillespie predicts that Republicans will now weaponize Abrams' improved finances as a sign that she's a wealthy national figure out of touch with the average Georgia voter. Now, what do you guys think about that? Do you all think that Abrams is out of touch with the quote unquote average Georgia voter? I can't say if she's out of touch with the average Georgia voter, but what I can say is that for the most part, when it comes to a national level, from the things that I've heard her say, she's way out of touch with not only the needs, but the wants of Black Americans. But what you guys need to understand is that she already drew her line in the chalk. She drew a line in the chalk and said she's trying to get a broad, diverse amount of voters, which means that when somebody says they'll take a broad, diverse amount of voters, what that means is I'll serve Asians, I'll serve LGBTQ, I'll serve immigrants, and I'll take your votes if you're Black. I'll take your votes, but we're not doing anything. These are the groups that are going to get something. Shout out to Tone for answering the Nightbot, and shout out to Val for answering it too. So now here it says already her rising fortunes have been jabbed by Fox News, the right-wing Free Beacon, and a group called StopStacy.org. That's wild. Which puts out a press release about Abrams' new $1 million house. So again, like I said, we know how much the founder of Black Lives Matter house costs. We know how much Stacey Abrams' house costs. Anybody know how much Mitch McConnell's house costs? Anybody know how much Ron DeSantis' house costs? Anybody know how much Marjorie Taylor Greene house costs? Lauren Boebert, anybody know how much hers costs? Rand Paul, how much his costs? It's easy to find the information on Trump and Trump's family. But aside from Trump, do anybody know how much any of that stuff costs? I gotta agree. Ricky says the Black community can't be this naive. The simple thing to do is hold your vote. Facts. Not only hold your vote, but also make demands. And stick by those demands. And also follow through. If you say that you're not going to vote for this person, if they don't do X, Y, Z, make them feel it. Make them understand, hey, you ain't getting my vote. Bet you do what I say next time. She was talking reparations for the Indians. I'm good on her. And you know what's crazy? Most of the Democrats do. They always try to throw that in there. Have you guys noticed that? How many of you guys are subscribed to TD Hip Hop Media? If you guys are subscribed to TD Hip Hop Media, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed to TD Hip Hop Media, give me a thumbs down. If you guys are not subscribed to TD Hip Hop Media on YouTube, make sure you go over there and check out my boy TD Hip Hop Media's channel. The reason why I say that is because TD Hip Hop Media has a very clean, clear, concise, and documented video library of all of the money that the government has given other groups of people, and all of the times the government has said that they're not going to give us any money, and all of the times that the government has brought up other groups of people. If you guys haven't checked his channel out, go over there and watch every single video on his channel. Trust me, it'll be worth your time. You'll find out a lot of good information. So now here it says some of Abrams' supporters have noted the irony of a party that champions free enterprise and business success criticizing a black woman for her financial achievements. Now, here's the thing. This does happen, right? Which is why she said it. Because if somebody says, well, you know, whatever, you can't really say whatever because the people that I listed, one of them is a black woman, the BLM lady. I think Patrice Cullors is her name. But when it comes to Stacey Abrams, if we look at politicians across the board, that's one of the main things that gets attacked. Politicians' tax returns, politicians' business interests, conflicts of interest. So she can't really say that. She can say it. Yes, you're stating a factual statement, but now we got to investigate that statement that you made to see if that's exactly what's going on with you. So now here it says Abrams' rising wealth owes a lot to her presence in the national spotlight. Her publishing income, for instance, climbed from $173,000 in 2018 to more than $2 million in 2021. Now, here's my question. How many of y'all bought Stacey Abrams' book? I agree with Carlton. And see, that's the thing that we got to change. I'm not trying to be funny, but when it comes to a lot of people, I think that cooning is like the Matrix. I think that there's some people that know exactly what they're doing, like Cypher, and then there's some people that are just living life every day and don't even realize that they're hustling backwards. And then there's some people that just don't care. Like life is the way that it's okay for them and they just don't care. They're not invested, which doesn't help. I agree, Deneen. It's like the majority of our people don't think they deserve anything for their vote. There's something psychological going on. Absolutely. You know who psychologists, who make up a lot of psychologists, quote unquote, them folks. That's one of the things that Kanye West was talking about, who hijacked the civil rights movement, quote unquote, them folks. Them folks, quote unquote, study brains. That's why people say, oh, I don't ever mess with them because they be doing, quote unquote, them folks tricks. You know, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. These are not your androids. These aren't the droids you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why, if you ask me, that them particular folks, it rhymes with vote blue no matter who. But what rhymes with blue when you vote Democrat, that's who you're voting for. That needs to be detached. See, like they attached themselves to the civil rights movement, and it's been screwing with our politics ever since. Now, if you say anything, they'll sit there and say you're anti-Semitic. But I don't know if you guys have checked out my man Moxie Approves' most recent video that he dropped, but he dropped a response video to a space that Tariq Nasheed held. And I thought it was interesting that, quote unquote, the member of them folks who was debating Tariq Nasheed, his biggest concern was, quote unquote, black people not being their allies in, quote unquote, their fight against white supremacy. Another thing that he said that I thought was interesting was he said, who would you rather have run the world, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants who are white supremacists or us. Notice how he didn't say anything about black people having any position of power or value. So what you basically have is a tribal fight going on there. Shout out to my man Donnie Side. What up with it? So you got to pay attention to that. And remember, when it comes to them, they're influencing a lot of the Democrat policy. So we got to make sure that it's us who's influencing our own policy with our own think tanks, with our own media. None of that stuff that comes from NBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, it is all equally bad. That's why, you know, larger black media content creators like the Black Authority, like Professor Black Truth, like Tariq Nasheed, that's why they were on Tiffany Cross's radar, because people are walking away from the media, which is a good thing, right? These things come in stages. We can't just expect everybody to understand politics when we've been hustling backwards politically for a long time. But a good first step is people moving away from the media, because the media influences the politics. The media influences the culture. It's damn near, I don't want to say it is, but it's damn near culturally consistent for most black people to vote Democrat. The reason why is because you're constantly bombarded with it in the media. You're bombarded with it by the rest of your family. When people start moving away from that kind of thing, you start opening up to different experiences. You have to learn something new. Same thing with walking away from the church. The churches have been given money to help keep people under control. People are walking away from the churches. So, you know, we may not see the results that we want, like this year, next year, but there's other indicators that we can look at. And one of the things that we got to do also is word of mouth. I tell people about people that I watch on YouTube all the time. I'll hear somebody listening to something dumb, like Roland Martin. I'll be like, "You listen to that garbage?" They'd be like, "Yeah." I'll be like, "Nah, don't listen to that. Here goes some actual good information that you can listen to." I show them Professor Black Truth. I show them the Black Authority, Tariq Nasheed, Torian Rain, TD Hip Hop Media. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to mainstream content, right? And there's certain stuff that you can't get around that you have to watch the news for. I still try to find independent people that I watch. I watch Kim Iverson before I watch CNN. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff, economics, infectious disease like C-19. Nah, I'm not a Jimmy Dore fan, but the reason why I do watch him though is because he covers a lot of topics. You know what I'm saying? I've done a couple reaction videos to Jimmy Dore. He's slick. He be talking greasy about black people a lot. Jimmy Dore is like the Young Turks light. Yeah. There's a I just found out about Redacted. I forget where I found out about it from, but I've been checking them out. They show a lot of information. And the thing is, you got to understand too, all of those are white media sources, but they cover other topics. And the thing is that you shouldn't trust any media. Always go and get your own information. So you can check those out and you say, oh, okay, this sounds interesting. Let me follow up on it, and always follow up on it. Yeah. And you know how they, and you remember Kim Iverson used to be on The Hill. And you remember how they did her? They did Kim Iverson dirty on The Hill because they tried to get her out of the Dr. Fauci interview because she had questions that they didn't want her asking Dr. Fauci. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all show some love. Lana just joined the membership, which definitely helps. We stacking the members up on the channels, y'all, on both of them. I haven't even done no members only live stream on this channel yet, but as soon as I get some time, trust me, I got y'all. So make sure y'all show some love. Throw some radiation emojis. Members, put your membership emojis in the chat. Pop them bottles. Pop that champagne like you won the championship ring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree. You know what? I don't know if y'all watch, do y'all watch Harvey, content creator, Your World, Harvey Superboy? He be putting Jimmy Dore on blast about that. Because I guess Jimmy Dore is from Chicago. He like, I seen people like him from Chicago. Man, y'all showing love. Shout out to my man Tone. Tone was a member before. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys show some love. Throw some radiation emojis in the chat for him. The membership is only 99 cents. And it helps the channel. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all are interested in the membership, all y'all got to do is hit that link when the bot puts it in. It's only 99 cents. And trust me, it helps a lot. You know what I'm saying? So look at this. Did you guys know that Stacey Abrams wrote some romance novels under a pen name Selena Montgomery? Abrams wrote a mystery. She wrote a children's book, a political tome, and a motivational book under her own name as her fame grew. So no wonder she ain't getting anything done. She's busy writing books. I ain't mad at it. You got to do what pays. Yeah, Harvey is a great storyteller. Great content creator, too. He puts out a lot of news, and he covers a lot of different topics. Harvey's famous words, I told you so, right? She built like Asmat from Borat. You stupid. So look at this. It says Abrams' proven track record publishing across multiple genres and her rising profile on the national stage has done nothing but grow her audience, said Kristen McLean, an analyst with market research from NPD Bookscan. So here's a good question, right? If we ever have anybody on the ground when these people do when these people do debates and different things like that, or when these people do press releases, right? And you can ask them any questions. Here's a great question that the grassroots can ask. While you're campaigning, right? And during your time as governor or during your time as whatever it is, how will we know that you'll take time away from your books to service our needs? How will we know that you're not writing books on our taxpayer dollars? Now, here's my question for you guys. How do you think she would handle that question? Do you think she would answer that question? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? So now here it says her speaking fee income. Look at this. Look at this. Her speaking fee income went from $254,192 in 2019 to $1.1 million in 2021. Abrams also earned between $200,000 and $250,000 a year in the 3 years starting from 2019. The Roosevelt Institute. Wait, hold on real quick. She also earned between $200,000 and $250,000 a year in the 3 years starting in 2019 from the Roosevelt Institute, a liberal think tank in New York. All right, so that's that. Remember how I was telling you guys they have all these think tanks? The Manhattan Institute is the Republican think tank. The conservative think tank, a lot of stuff that you hear Candace Owens and Kanye West talking about, you know what I'm saying? And then you have the PragerU, you know what I'm saying? All of these different think tanks. Here's a liberal one, the Roosevelt Institute. Justice Democrats is another one. Justice Democrats is creating people like AOC. Shout out to my man Kareem. What up with it? Happy New Year, bro. Yeah, Queen Amadaya, she covers a lot of topics too. You know what I'm saying? She covers a lot of topics. So again, she's showing effective money raising ability, but it's interesting how she's getting that money because she's not producing anything politically. What is Stacey Abrams producing politically? That's the question. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please make sure you guys take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and also please share the video out. So now here it says the money was for her role as a founder and director of the Southern Economic Advancement Project created by Abrams in 2019, which coordinates organizations doing economic policy work in the South. Now, here's the question that people should be asking. What kind of economic policy work? What kind of economic policy work? You think it's anything that's improved our situation here in the United States? You guys think it has? Let me know what you think. Fintech firm, but now it's corp. Branded as now account that Abrams mentions most on the campaign trail as evidence that she understands small business. The company is similar to factoring firms that loan money against unpaid invoices, so companies get paid faster, with differences that it says it makes accessing cash easier and cheaper for small businesses. It received almost $40 million in new financing from investors last year. Now, I got a question for everybody in here. How many of you guys knew about these side hustles that Stacey Abrams had? And now here's my thing, right? Again, if you got side hustles, you got side hustles. I ain't mad at you, right? But here's the question, though. Are those side hustles taking away from your ability to be an effective politician? And also, are those side hustles allowing you to maximize your time and idea, right? Maximize your time, ideas, and talents that is being paid by taxpayer dollars? That's my question. And I think that that's a legitimate question to ask, because if those things, running a $40 million business, to me, that seems like a year-round job that could be very distracting if you're working in a high-stress career or position like politics. You know what I'm saying? Is that logical? Am I making sense? Now, the thing is that a lot of people don't ask these questions. A lot of people will just vote for these people. So one of the things that we got to do is we got to spread the word somehow about making better choices when it comes to voting, not just listening to what a politician says. You know what I'm saying? We got to teach people to do their due diligence, do some research, ask some questions. Also, pay attention to the other candidate. What got Killer Mike in trouble while Stacey Abrams was running? How many people got the answer for that question? When Stacey Abrams was running, the Democrat media got on a smear campaign real quick to try to silence Killer Mike. Here's my question. What was it that got Killer Mike in trouble? Does anybody remember? Killer Mike did the unthinkable. What did Killer Mike do? Do y'all remember? If y'all remember, let me know in the comment section. If y'all don't remember, give me a thumbs down. And something else to pay very close attention to is when you cross these people, how many people and who come out of the woodwork after you and how they come after you. Don't everybody answer at once. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. RG Titan got it. Everybody drop some radiation emoji for RG Titan. Once I grow my channel and I'm getting more ad revenue from YouTube, I'm going to try to start doing like cash giveaways. You ever seen like some of the other YouTubers and they do like a little cash giveaway and stuff like that? Like when I ask a question, like once I, you know what I'm saying? Like once I get bigger, when people answer the questions correctly, if like one random time during a stream, you'll win some money. But that's down the road. So don't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't paid me yet. Well, I mean, YouTube ain't really paying me all like that to be able to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I tell y'all to hit the bell and share and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These are brainstorming things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did the unthinkable. He got on a TV show and said, well, Stacey Abrams is not doing certain things that Kemp is doing. Kemp reached out to black men in a more effective way, and he's running an effective campaign. Remember, that was the key word. He said he's running an effective campaign. Man, that was bad. Yeah, TD sure did talk about it. Facts. That's another reason why I need to go check his channel out too. He also said, or they did the same thing to Ice Cube. When Ice Cube just didn't stop, right? When the Democrats ignored Ice Cube and he said, all right, about to talk to Trump. And he sat down, and I think it was actually Jared Kushner. All the Democrat media, Rolling Stone, leading the charge, came out after Ice Cube. So what this should tell you, for one, is that the Democrat media wants to make sure they keep you confused and voting blue no matter who. And one thing that needs to be talked about, I think, and this is something that the men have to do. If the Democrats want black males vote, black males need to really start pushing the envelope on what are we going to do about the Democrat misandry? What are we going to do about the anti-black straight male sentiment of the Democrats? Do you need examples? On my members only, on my other channel, on Blacklight Revelations, I have a stream called Democrat Misandry. You guys remember that stream? So if Stacey Abrams is doing if Stacey Abrams is doing a Tito's and Newport meeting for black men in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? If she's doing an O'Doul's and Mavericks meeting, one of the questions that somebody should ask her is, what are you going to do about the misandry in the Democratic Party? Here's my question. How do you think that she'll answer that question? I think that's a legitimate question. How many people think that's a legitimate question? If you guys think that asking the Democrats about their anti-black male sentiments should be a requirement and something that should be done from here on out, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. I think that the Democrats need to start knowing, like, hey, guess what? It's not a secret anymore. Facts. KO Kid Fit. The attack on straight black males is an actual thing. Straight white men just want to complain. Facts. Not to mention, straight white men don't want to admit that it's other straight white men that are attacking them. What are black people doing to quote unquote oppress straight white men? You know what's crazy? I didn't see not one. Shout out to What's Up. I hope you had a good New Year too. I didn't see one black cop arrest Andrew Tate. Oh yeah, that would be because they were in a European country. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that there's a high population of black people in Romania. You know what I'm saying? So now, and and you know what? Here's another question. Who do you think executed that search warrant? Was it a black judge that signed it? So we got to ask those questions. So now here says Abrams co-founded Now with business partner Laura Hodgson in 2010 after an earlier venture failed because of invoices that took too long to get paid. I wonder where the money was going. According to research firm Grojo, the closely held company today employs 70 people and has an estimated annual revenue of $8.2 million. That's a lot of money for a company that only employs 70 people. Now, here's my question. How much are those people getting paid, and who are the people that are employed? Yeah, black James Bond in Europe that doesn't realize he's black. Or biracial. Nowadays, people be like, they ain't black, they biracial. Okay, all right, or biracial. Let's just put that out there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't out here trying to offend anybody. Romania has a high population of rotten teeth. It seems like as you go to Europe, the teeth issues increase for some reason. Y'all seen that picture of Hunter Biden's teeth looking like some damn black-eyed chiclets in his mouth. According to Andrew, he's brown. His head do look like a brown goose egg, so I give him that. You ever seen them brown goose eggs that they sell at the grocery store? His head do look like one of those. It's like somebody took a magic marker, a Sharpie pen, and drew on a damn egg and put a leather jacket on it. And it's sitting in there, with a mic in front of his face talking shit. See, the problem is with these women here that the women lose their value, yeah. When you go around, yeah, in your younger years, getting your guts torn out, yeah, and you let every guy run through you like a racetrack, yeah, then as you get 30 years old, you realize that your biological clock is ticking, yeah, because you gave men, yeah, you gave men your best years, yeah, when you were young. And now this guy has been busting his ass for 30 fucking years to become a player. Now he wants to live that life. It's hypergamy. It's a motherfucker in jail right next to Andrew Tate right now, sitting like right next to him. You know what I'm saying? Right next to him, so close to him that you could feel the body heat coming off of him. And he looked like Faison Love with a bonnet on. And as soon as Andrew Tate got off his red pill rant, this Faison Love looking cellmate said, "Take your shirt off," and put his hand on his leg. Y'all remember when that happened to Chris Tucker on Money Talks? Andrew Tate out here looking like Chris Tucker on Money Talks. He like, I'll give you $5. Oh man. Y'all remember Belly? Y'all remember Tommy Buns? I told you, don't call the trap from the spot. Man, that's what Andrew Tate in jail talking about. I told you not to leave the fast food boxes on the table. He's in there having a conniption like Tommy Buns was, slamming the phone all down and shit. He probably got his sunglasses on in his jail cell. That big Faison Love cellmate that he got put his hand on his shoulder and said, "You looking so fresh and fit." Drew. What them red pills do? What them red pills do? Greta Thunberg sitting somewhere with an electrode on her hand plugged into the damn wall for some electricity, rubbing her hands together like Birdman and shit. But she making sure she's not wasting no energy though. So all that hand rubbing, that friction energy she got, that shit going right into the electrical system. So her little weird ass don't have a damn climate conniption. But anyway, Abrams, who last earned income was $279,940 from Now Corporation in 2018, is an advisory member of its board and has less than 15% stake in the company, according to her campaign. So basically, all these politicians have the Hunter Biden type setup. No, I didn't see the picture of him playing chess with his friend, but I heard like Ghislaine Maxwell is like the leader of some female cartel in jail now and is getting treated like royalty. That's not Andrew Tate, Deneen, but that's hilarious. Man, that's funny as hell. That dude was moving his body like a damn noodle. Y'all ever seen that picture, that video? Oh my God. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Where KO Kid Fit at? KO Kid Fit, you still in the chat? Deneen thought that dude was Andrew Tate. Y'all know what she's talking about? That's not him. That's some dude. Man, but that is hilarious. Hold on real quick. I'm about to show y'all this. Y'all got to see what she's talking about. Man, that's funny as hell. Hold on real quick, man. Look at these legs moving like crazy legs. Hold on real quick. This is so stupid. Real quick, y'all, if y'all haven't smashed the like button, make sure y'all smash the like button, hit the bell. Look, I bet you he moving like this trying to get away from his cellmate. He moving just like this trying to get away from his cellmate. Look. Man, have you ever had to go to the bathroom and was moving like that? I swear, when you had to go to the bathroom and you moving like that, every door that you go to is locked. Cause you know, when you got to go to the bathroom, you don't be giving a fuck about unlocking the door. Like, fuck this, I'm about to come in like the police. I don't give a fuck about no damn warrant. I'm coming in. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you got to go to the bathroom, you dip your shoulder into the door so you can get that extra push. But you got to be real careful though, because if you push too hard, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was moving like he just drove 50 miles and got out the car and is about to go into a gas station. Shout out to my man Tori and Rain. What up with it, bro? Hey, look at this. Look at this. They here go. They just we can't say nothing to Tori now. Did you hear they just released Andrew Tate from jail? And they said he doing less time than Gunner. So here go. We got live footage of him coming from the court. You ready? This motherfucker got out of court and said, it's not unusual to have white male privilege. It's not unusual to traffic OnlyFans models. A lot of unusual stuff goes on at my house. Oh man, listen, man, I be moving like that after I drank like 2 cups of coffee and some Red Bull, and I forget about it, and I mess around and go smoke a black and mild, and that shit just hit like the demon drop. Y'all ever been on one of those roller coaster rides that go up real slow, and then that shit come down fast as hell, and they don't warn you? Man, that's how when you light that motherfucking black and mild up, if you don't space it out between the coffee and the energy drink, you'll be moving just like that Andrew Tate lookalike was to try to get to a toilet near you, trying to make sure. Sometimes people do that shit while they driving too. They do that shit sitting down. When you on the freeway and it ain't no gas station or nothing like that for a bunch of exits, you sitting scooting in the car like, woo, yeah, like doing the stanky leg. That's how a lot of accidents happen. Somebody moving their legs all crazy like that and mess around and accidentally hit the gas pedal when they meant to hit their brakes. Now you're in somebody's rear. You know what I'm saying? They get out the car and be like, I ain't seen no LGBTQ bumper sticker on your car. You know, went all up in somebody's rear. Wait a minute. I didn't see no rainbow bumper sticker on your car. Back, you were supposed to give me my 3 feet. You're supposed to social distance in the car too. Torian said, so Rob, you telling us you have the coffee and black and mild combination breath like PC? I didn't know PC had coffee and black and mild combination breath. They be having black and mild and coffee breath. They might have like some Maverick and or Marlboro and Mocha combination. I didn't know they was doing the milds out here like that. The leg will stank when you pee on it. Facts. You ever been to the amusement park and been on that ride called the Blue Streak? I heard they call that dance the Yellow Streak. I heard they call that dance the Yellow Streak. Andrew Tate talking about, I had to get to the toilet. They really pissed me off. Yeah, that's why you was moving like that, because you was pissed off. You're trying to get in front of the toilet and get that piss off, huh? Oh shit. Honda 666 says, what brand of toothpaste is fluoride free? I'm not sure. I think it's a brand of toothpaste called Biotin that might be fluoride free. You know, bad breath make you have a heart attack. Did y'all know that? That's why it's important to keep your mouth clean. Don't have chiclet teeth like Hunter Biden, like them people over there that was arresting Andrew Tate. Make sure you brush. You know what I'm saying? After every meal, when you wake up, when you're bored, chew some gum in between if you can. They got there's these things inside of your teeth called microvascularities, and they have little tiny veins and arteries, and the veins will actually bring infected blood back to your heart. You know what I'm saying? Pete's. Did y'all ever hear about that? I can't think of the name of the toothpaste. There's actually a racist, anti-black brand of toothpaste that's sold specifically in Japan. I think it's called Blackie's toothpaste. Dr. Claude Anderson actually talked about it. They still sell that product to this day. I think they might have changed the name of it slightly. But what I find fascinating is that when it comes to talking about them AAPI hate crimes and all of that stuff, don't nobody talk about that. Oh, you want a tube of Blackies, huh? No, like nobody said anything about that. But they have a whole ass product over there. And believe it or not, if I'm not mistaken, that product used to be a part of the Colgate Palmolive line. Dr. Claude Anderson wrote about it in Dirty Little Secrets 1. Remember, that's what those people do. It's part of their culture. You guys remember that Asian man who was in Africa and he was teaching the black kids to say inappropriate things and making videos of it and selling it back there? They not. I bet you that the government that happened in that country, they're not even going to do anything about it. They're going to be sitting somewhere babbling. Next thing you know, that person going to end up being a damn millionaire or owning some damn gold mine and diamond mine and having a whole bunch of black people working for it that he's sitting up there abusing. Because that's what they do. They have a lot of monkey joke shows about Africans and black people. Man, don't get me to roasting them. What I would like to do is actually go to one of those shows where they have these jokey joke shows that they think are so funny and actually sit down on a stage next to them and actually start telling them what I think about how they look. See, like, this is funny, right? Like, this is performance art. Cool. Cool. I'm going to go get a book full of mental disorders that's illustrated. And I'm going to show the audience the pages of it. And I'm going to ask why y'all look like some of these pictures collectively. Now, see, if I did that, I'm wrong, right? I'm wrong. That's not funny. But it's funny to call a black person the N-word. It's funny to call one of us a monkey. Let's trade jokes. You know what I'm saying? They thought Hiroshima and Nagasaki hit hard. They really ain't gonna like them jokes that I come with. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do. And then as soon as you do that, they run the Mayor Eric Adams talking about some AAPI hate. They hateful. Nobody hateful. You sit up there calling somebody a monkey for the last half hour. And then I ask, well, why is this person's eyes so damn far apart? And why is that person's eyes so damn close together? If I smash both of y'all head together, then maybe y'all could be able to see straight. Then I'm the bad guy. I did something wrong. Remember, I don't care about being a bad guy. I embrace villainy. And I don't never come at nobody like that unless they come at me like that. But I'll come right like that for real, like an extendo clip. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like when that happens, the people are just like, what they think is that like there's all of these jokes and funny things that people can say about black people, and there's literally like they have no response. Really? I don't know who you've been dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You about to get your feelings hurt today. And possibly anything else. You come too close. You know what I'm saying? Then they get mad. Yeah, they do. They jump on black women in hair parlors and nail shops. They getting shot up. White people killing them in Georgia, and then they mad at us for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? What's funny is that one good thing about movies that come out is that movies always document stuff. And like the anti-black immigrant, the anti-black Asian, that was documented by the Wayans brothers in Don't Be a Menace and in Menace to Society. So like this whole new shit about like, oh, you know, black people have all these problems with Asians. Asians have been performing blackface since World War II. Have you guys seen that Asian girl that just goes around talking shit about the passport bros? Everybody may not agree with the passport bros, but I don't think that any passport bro ever made a specific video about her. But she's just constantly making videos about the passport bros going viral. The way that I take that is like, if I don't agree with something, right? Like I don't agree with Stacey Abrams, right? So I'm doing a live stream on her. But if Tucker Carlson just came out and called her an N-word, whoa, hold on now. Wait a minute. Hold up. That's the way that I side-eye that Asian woman. Now that Asian woman is side-eyeing the passport bros because that's when your eyes are like that, that's kind of all you can do is side-eye somebody. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, yeah, exactly. She's doing that because it gets her views. Now, like I said, if I sat there and put a picture up of her and I hit Izzy up, you know what I'm saying? And we sat here and had a 12-hour roast session going in on her and she did something to herself, we'd be in trouble. We'd be the bad guys. I don't care about being a bad guy. She mad because she can't drive. It's her. I told you it's hereditary, Cameron. It's because if you had vision, if you had quote unquote vision like that, you wouldn't be able to drive either. Imagine if every time you looked out your eyes, it looked like YouTube on widescreen mode. Wouldn't that make it harder to drive? That would make it hard to drive, right? On the she eating cats and grasshoppers on a stick. You know what I'm saying? There's not one passport bro that was like, dude, you're amazing. Nobody did that. She just decided to start making content. And the thing is, like, Asian people have a habit of doing that. Do you guys remember when the one Asian Karen decided to just start going crazy and her skin was all oily? And I don't know if she was using something that was like pH balance for a woman, like Secret, but just profuse amounts of sweat were coming from her underarms. And she said, abortion is even worse than slavery. Nope, don't say anything else. Abortion was worse than slavery. Do you remember that shit? An Asian woman. Now, if I went to her and asked if she happened to be Japanese, do you remember when the United States used your country for a nuclear testing ground? I bet you she wouldn't like that. But it's okay for her to say that. And if anybody has a problem with it, like if we got a problem with it, we're woke. But let me start getting vile and really start roasting this bitch to where she has to see a psychiatrist for the next 6 months. I did something wrong. And then not to mention, she'd get all the other women to get on some, you're toxically masculine. You didn't see all the hazmat labels on my channel? Oh, yeah, I forgot them eyes. Them eyes mess a lot of stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, just like every other man that's ever come in contact with her, let me get off that and get back to this. All right. So now here it says now accounts clients sell some or all of their unpaid invoices to the company and pay a one-time service fee of 3% to 5% based on the length of the payback terms with the customers. They get 95 to 97% of what's owed compared to 80% or less that's factoring companies often pay, said Sheila Jordan, an entrepreneur and factoring veteran who has used Now accounts for 8 years. Now, here's my question, right? Stacey Abrams' company only employs 70 people and it makes $8.2 million. How much do you think the people that work there are getting paid? And who do you think works there? That's the question. Yeah, they lie, cheat, and steal like every other person. They be killing their parents too. They do familicide. Speaking of familicide, first of all, I actually found out that that's not my original word. I found out that it was actually made up. See, I don't do like Some people. Some people find some shit they like and be like, I discovered that. No, I thought I had made up an original concept, but it already existed. You know what I'm saying? And the word existed too. So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna give the creator credit. But when you do the FBI statistics and you look up the information about familicide, you find that they don't keep track of who commits the familicide, but they keep track of the victims of familicide. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Why do you think that is? And you guys know what familicide is, right? If you know what familicide is, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't know what familicide is, give me a thumbs down. This is a little off-topic banter real quick. That's crazy. Minimum wage in Georgia is only $5.35. Seriously? Carl, you said cocaine aside. Nah, it's not that. Yeah, Cameron Jones said Menendez brothers. Facts. It's when a family member kills another member of the family, or when a family member kills a member of the family or the entire family and then kills himself. Why do you think that they don't keep track of who commits those crimes? They group them into other crimes. Instead of keeping that as a separate statistic, what they do is they group those in with murders. Why don't they keep a separate statistic on familicide? Here's the easy answer. When the last time you heard about a black person killing their whole family? When the last time you heard about a white person killing their whole family? Damn near every other day. There's your answer. That would also qualify in most cases. You know, there's interracial couples and, you know what I'm saying, mixed families. But in most cases, it's white on white crime. But remember, that statistic doesn't exist. So how is it that they kill their families, but a white on white crime statistic or white on white crime concern doesn't exist? Yeah, usually for money. And also, Torian, there's an Asian man. It was just recently in the New York Post. He killed his mom for his inheritance. I mean, I don't know why he killed his mom for his inheritance. When she passed away, he would have got it anyway. But I guess I don't know. He must have, I don't know what his problem was, but he did it. You know what I'm saying? There's another Asian man that deleted his roommate. A lot of Asian women and their either Asian or white husbands are a lot of times involved in sex trafficking. But remember, it's only us that commit crimes. So, you know, everything else just must be made up. You know what I'm saying? Literally everything else must be made up. Because when it's only us that commits all the crimes, this must be what those Trump supporters was talking about when they were talking about fake news. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like this. Florida woman that allegedly killed her uncle after family party turned deadly. I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Her name is Samantha Danielle Driggers. And she apparently shot Matt in the head. Whoever Matt is. Matt must be her uncle. So that's nice. But remember, it's only us that commit crimes. Black on black crimes, too. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, back to Stacy. And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed that like button, please make sure you guys smash the like button. Also, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Yeah, she does have a very square face. She's got a square jaw for real. Like that jaw is prominent. It's a damn near a 90-degree angle. Like that's crazy. Very sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like a damn boomerang and shit. So now here it says now account clients sell some or all of their unpaid invoices to the company and pay a one-time service fee of $3 to $5. I'm sorry, 3 to 5% based on the length of the payback terms with customers. They get 95 to 97% of what is owed compared to the 80% or less that factoring companies often pay, said Sheila Jordan, an entrepreneur and factoring veteran who has used Now accounts for 8 years. Now's key innovation is to evaluate clients based less on their creditworthiness and instead on that of the customers who owe them. The invoices it buys are for entities known to pay, including governments and some of Georgia's top companies. So now, let me ask you guys this. Does that sound like a conflict of interest? If that sounds like a conflict of interest, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If it doesn't sound like a conflict of interest, give me a thumbs down. I mean, your company that you own could possibly be getting into a business arrangement with the government that you're supposed to be presiding over. Now, the thing that you would probably want to ask, or the thing that you probably be interested in, is why don't we ever hear any open disclosure about any of this kind of stuff? Why these people are on the campaign trail? Why don't we ever hear about that? Why don't we ever hear about it then? So now here it says everyone I know in small business has been burnt so many times, says Jordan, whose Atlanta-based software company Knowledge Architects sells training videos. With a Now account, they use my client's credit card and they take the onus off for me. Now got a boost. Look at this. Now got a boost from the state in its early years when Abram was a minority leader in the Georgia House. Now here's the question. Who all has connections like that to be able to get their business to pop when they first start a business? Anybody in here got any connections like that? Stacey Abrams was able to utilize the state. She was able to utilize the state to help get her business to pop. Again, does that not seem like a conflict of interest? Using a provision in the 2012 Jobs Act, the State Department of Community Affairs under former Republican Governor Nathan Deal offered credit guarantees that helped convince a consortium of credit unions to participate in Now. So again, you see how they're working hand in hand with each other and they break bread. For us, they present as rivals. For each other, they're business partners. They're business partners. Now, Stacey Abrams' business seems like it's doing a lot better than her campaign. Because the Atlanta Journal-Constitution says Stacey Abrams' campaign spending led to an incredibly bad cash crunch. And I really hope they used artificial sugar. Now, why is it that for Stacey Abrams' business, she can have such impressive numbers, but the campaign is broke? Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think any of this campaign money is going into her business? If you guys think that some of this campaign money might have got lost along the way and somehow found itself at her business, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that that's the case, give me a thumbs down and let me know what you think. But this is what it is right here. All right. Hype house and other lavish expenses come back to haunt Democrat. Ex-aides say. So again, this is that stuff that we were talking about way back then in August, right? From 2018. As you guys can see here, this article is from December 20th of 2022. So this stuff is coming back to haunt Stacey. Okay. As you guys can see, like the memberships that I got, all the contributions, the super chats and stuff, I buy subscriptions to this kind of stuff with that. So I don't have a subscription to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, but since we got some members, next time we will. You know what I'm saying? But you guys are in luck, though. I got an article from Politico that actually talks about this. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to check this out real quick. Hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, they all do it. Facts. And they work hand in hand. Tax form reveal steep legal fees for voting rights group funded by Stacey Abrams. Now, again, where do you guys think all this money went? I guarantee you that she was paying her friends who were working for her a lot of money. I guarantee you there was a lot of frivolous spending, and I guarantee you a lot of the money from the tax campaign went back into the business. And I guarantee you a lot of money from the business was filtered into the tax campaign, because I guarantee you the tax campaign is a tax-free campaign where they can launder the money through. Remember, Stacey Abrams is a tax lawyer. So she knows a lot about the financial laws, and she knows how to effectively move money. So now here it says tax forms reveal steep legal fees for voting rights group founded by Stacey Abrams. Fair Fight Action spent $37 million over 3 years on legal fees and lost the only case in which it was a plaintiff. Again, I told you guys back at the beginning when we first started this, if Stacey Abrams isn't writing those books on how to be a loser, I'm not going to buy them, because that's the only thing that she succeeds at. Her only successes are successfully losing. They spent $37 million over 3 years on legal fees of one case and lost it. How do you do that? Why would you do it? Why would you drag something out like that in court if you know you're about to lose? Does that make any sense? I mean, I don't know why somebody would do something like that. Yeah, they filed the case. The voting rights organization founded by Stacey Abrams, Fair Fight Action, spent an additional $12 million in legal fees in 2021, bringing its running total to $37.7 million from 2019 through 2021 alone, according to new filings by the group. A significant portion of the fees went to simple voting rights case that ended this September when a judge rejected the group's final claims in a bench trial. The recently filed federal 990 form for 2021 shows that the group paid an additional $4.4 million to the self-described boutique law firm of Abrams' former campaign chairperson and longtime friend, Allegra Lawrence Hardy. Do you guys need me to read that paragraph again? With a big smile on it, Deneen, how to come in second every time. You want me to sign that copy? You want me to sign that copy? I'm going to read this paragraph again for y'all because I want y'all to hear the importance of it. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys show some love. Throw some radiation emojis in the chat for Janesta Coleman. And shout out to Janesta Coleman also. She sent I think it was a $25 super chat the other day. So she really helping your boy out. Make sure you guys show some love. Throw some radiation emojis in the chat. Janessa says, Happy New Year, family. Are you going in with Stacy just waking up? Oh, you already know. We going in Stacy's wallet today. Stacy's wallet looked like a slept-on pillow. You ever seen a pillow that been slept on before you fluffed it? You know how it's all bunched up in one place and then it ain't no pillow in the other, and there's a lump over here and it ain't no pillow over there and it's flat over here. That's how her wallet look. You go over here, it's a stack of hundreds over there, and then over here some change, and over there is some lint. Then she got about $400 or $500 bill. What's going on in here? Her Nike's leaning and smashed. Ha. Ah. She one of them people that could start a fire because the jeans be rubbing together. You can't wear nylon pants if you one of those people. I seen some nylon pants burst into flames before. That shit, I don't now. I'd like Stacy to start being a better politician, but I don't want to see nothing happen to her now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody get no 3rd degree, 4th degree burns and shit. But I've seen it happen. I just take one spark and the whole pants just incinerate. Now, if you rubbing together like that, there's a high chance that shit can start to heat up down there. Sometimes it might just get hot enough to where the nylon gets kind of pliable. It starts stretching and some holes start developing. I hope that's as hot as it gets, because if it gets too hot where sparks and smoke start to come, it's just a matter of seconds before one of them pants legs and just went up in flames. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was going. I thought she was going to catch on fire when her little ass was waddling like the Flash away from that dude that had asked about reparations. Man, them little short stubby legs was moving. I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope she don't go to the gas station. It's about to be a rizap. Slow down. You know what I'm saying? Just turn around and tell him no comment or something. What you want to do is, when there's a lot of people around like that, you want to keep everybody safe and not do anything that's going to cause a fire or an explosion. You know what I'm saying? When you got stuff that can catch fire around and things constantly rubbing back and forth all fast like that, that's a bad situation. Yeah, she scooted out of there with the quickness, with the 3-wheel motion. You know how they be moving? You ever seen a well, how you pump a well, and at first it goes down and then the middle bucks in and then it bucks back out? She was moving like a snake standing up, but in slow motion. That little head ducked down, the belly poked out. You know what I'm saying? One of the little legs went out front, but it was going fast though. I was like, damn, she pumping herself on out the way so she don't have to answer this question. That's crazy. She was up there doing the Joe Budden. She was pump it up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should have took a picture of that and put that shit on TikTok and put a beat to it. That shit could have been a dance. Do the Stacy leg. Do the Stacy leg. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. That's hilarious. Stacey Abrams is one of the only situations in the world where 1 + 1 = 1, because 2 of her legs will be equal to 1 of mine, but lengthwise. You know what I'm saying? Because they're short. Janessa says Cher is getting married to that young man. I heard. That's crazy. You know what? I don't know what to say. That's crazy. That's just wild, man. That is wild. Cher, about how old is Cher? That dude is in his 20s, right? Cher about like 70 years old or something like that, ain't she? That dude went from Amber Rose to somebody that's about as old as the Crypt Keeper. That's crazy. Geriatric loving. She old enough to be his grandmother, maybe great grandmother. Oh man, I all I can say, when people get into those long-term relationships, at first, you know what I'm saying, it's the honeymoon phase, so it's a lot of passion. You know what I'm saying? Like people can't stay off each other, they can't keep their hands off each other. You know what I'm saying? You see them all happy in public and stuff like that. While they're in their freaky honeymoon stage, the only thing that I hope, and I wish the best for them, I hope that they don't get any of that muscle rub or any Bengay mixed up with the lubricant, because somebody ass gonna be in the hospital, and as old as she is, I don't think she gonna make it. So I hope they got everything labeled and in the appropriate place in their house, because one wrong slip is a wrap. She going down. Speaking of them situations where it be burning, you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be good. You think he'll finesse Cher for the bag? I bet you Cher one of them people that got a trust fund set up for her cat. He ain't gonna get none of that bag. The only bag he gonna get is them bags that she got under her eyes, and she got a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. It's like Anna Nicole Smith in reverse. She got a whole bunch of bags under her eyes. They ain't had to do shit when they went Christmas shopping. She just opened up her eyes, put all the gifts in there. That's crazy. And like the thing is like, sometimes, there's women that get up there in age and like they look really youthful. You know what I'm saying? Cher's not one of them. Like, she's not a MILF. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I seen him on the street and he was like, yo, Rob. Oh, yeah, that's a new meaning to the term burning with desire. They be having them TV shows where people be doing all kind of freaky shit and then they end up in the emergency room. I think that shit used to come on TLC. They mess around and be on an episode of that. That I did a stream on those two, and that was just mind-boggling to me. I just don't understand it. She's not one of those people that's a MILF. Carlton said it's a sister on the internet that's 70 plus and she's bad. Now, see, if you 70 plus and you bad, I mean, I get it. Cher 70 plus and she looks like she's in bad condition. She looked like she looked like somebody will look at her and be like, girl, your knees look bad. No, seriously, the motherfucker's swollen and bold. You okay? Like that to me, I don't know. Madonna's plastic surgeon owes her a refund. I don't know, man. Think about this. Maybe that's the best they could have done. Maybe that's maybe that's as good as it got with her. Maybe Madonna is in a world is correct type situation. Like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? There's not too much we can pluck and pull and wrap anymore. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is the last hurrah. See, now you got like people say that they lose their people say that let me shut up. I'm not even about to go there. I had to do a live stream on that particular situation because that was just I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even know what to say about that. That shit is just crazy. But anyway, so now here it says Lawrence Hardy spearheaded the filing of voting rights case for fair, fight action versus Raffensperger in 2018. How many people knew about this? If you guys knew about this particular case right here, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't, give me a thumbs down. All them surgeries is just, that's just doing too much. I don't get that. I don't get it. You would think that women would look at men getting surgeries to become men or to become women and stop getting surgeries. Like, that's what you would think. Like, women are getting these surgeries and men are getting the exact same surgeries and other surgeries to become a woman. They chasing the youth and it's destroying them. Yeah, I agree. Shatera said his booty's falling and bucking everywhere. KO Kid Fit said they out here tooting up. He said they out here tooting up heavy. Yeah, Kim Kardashian does look like an artificial intelligence robot, but she's just not intelligent at all. You know what I'm saying? So she'll just be artificial. Ugh. I don't get it. Why do them people be looking like they walk through a damn radiation spill and it's like 10 years later? That's what a lot of them surgeries end up looking like. You know how when you put cream in coffee, like the powder cream, if you don't get to stir it for a little bit and you walk back over there and it's all clumped up and it looks like cellulite just floating on top of the coffee. That's what a lot of them surgeries end up looking like after the first couple months. They start bubbling. They start bubbling up and shit. Like what happens? Look like some damn wallpaper that you put on and didn't let it dry fast enough. Why is it doing that? Why would you? I don't understand. You could just take your ass to the gym and do some squats, eat a couple protein shakes. You know what I'm saying? Use the Stairmaster. All that shit that people get those BBL, and the BBL don't even look good. Like, that shit just working out. You will actually look better than getting that surgery. Like, I those surgeries gross me out for real. Like, that shit makes me want to vomit. Simon Cowell got surgery. What kind of surgery did he get? Brain surgery, like one installed or what? Kim is the first generation fembot. You remember that show that used to come on back in the day called Small Wonder? It was about that robot girl. I bet you that is actually Kim Kardashian grown up and shit. That's exactly what that shit be. Them motherfuckers be having a they be looking like T Grizzly for real. Like a motherfucking wisdom tooth. You know what I'm saying? Simon's face is melting. Like, why? Yeah, BBLs make them look misshapen for real. That's a perfect word for it, misshapen. Motherfuckers' faces out here melting. One leg looked like a damn drumstick. The other one looked like a toothpick. Like, why would you want to do that to yourself? I seen some people's lips, they lips be looking like a whole bunch of bees stung them. Just crazy big. Not like voluptuous or attractive. Like, they just decided to start chewing on some damn poison ivy. Right, Kareem. The little girl robot sleeping in a grown man's closet. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? It's a little bit odd. Oh, you sent me a DM on Patreon? All right, that's what's up. I'm gonna check it. Exaggerated ass eyebrow, drawn on eyebrows. They turned the marker all the way to the side and drew them motherfuckers sideways and shit with a permanent marker with a little arch on them. I don't understand it. I will never get it. A lot of times I don't let me just shut up. That we'll have to do a whole nother stream on that. That'll just be a stream where we on a panel talking, and I'm gonna just sit there and listen to what y'all got to say, because it's certain stuff I just really don't have anything to say about it, because it's just bizarre to me. And that's one of those things that's just bizarre. BBLs, motherfuckers be looking like they sat down on a wasp nest and all the bees stung them and shit, and then they got back up, threw some draws over it, and kept on. Like, dude's like, yeah, look at that shit right there. Look at that shit. Yeah, look at it. Ooh, okay. So now here it says, from 2019 to 2021, the firm of Lawrence and Bundy received $13.8 million from Fair Fight Action. Now, look, I want to go back up here to this paragraph, because look, listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. A significant portion of the fees from this company, they went to Stacey Abrams' friend, y'all. $4.4 million went to Stacey Abrams' friend. Why, I don't understand why you would get some tatted on eyebrows. Like, when I heard somebody say, I was like, what? Tatted on eyebrows? Why would you do that? Where are your eyebrows at? Hell, you need a damn tattoo of them for? You cut your eyebrows off or waxed them off, whatever the hell happened. And instead of the actual hair, you gonna get some damn tattoo? That shit is crazy to me. Where did they go? Where did your eyebrows go? Why are they not on your face? To the point where you need a damn tattoo. How do you lose your eyebrows? It's not a damn hat where you leave it somewhere or something. What happens to this shit? Because everybody's got some damn eyebrows when they born. Some people eyebrows are longer than others. Some people is more thick, but everybody has eyebrows except Manny Fresh. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he got any eyebrows. I ain't never seen no picture of him with no actual eyebrow, but even he ain't tattooed none on and shit. For some reason you can't grow hair, then that make right, exactly. If you have a pathological issue that makes it where you can't grow hair, then that makes sense. But if you just got all your eyebrow hair waxed off like in the last 2 weeks, and then you turn around and go get a tattoo over that shit, I'm looking at you weird. Torian said, I think Megan Good got tatted on eyebrows. Man, that is wild, man. Honda 666 said those white redheads with freckles get that eyeliner tattoo so they can sleep and wake up to put on makeup. They get a tattoo on their eyeliner so they can go to sleep. That's that dumb shit. Take some Benadryl. That shit is less painful. Or smoke some weed or something. Al McCowan said alopecia of the forehead. Is that what Stephen A. Smith problem is? Is that what Stephen A. Smith problem is? Alopecia of the forehead. RG Titan said, I'm having a side eye if I look and see that. Could you imagine how painful it is to have a side eye if you actually have that? Swollen up ass eyes. Right inside your damn eye. Why? Who would do it? Who would sit through a tattoo pin on the inside of your damn eye? Who would do that? Who would do the tattoo? That's just crazy to me. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith ought to just give it up. His hairline already retreated. The rest of him may as well. That nigga's hairline already retreated. The rest of him may as well retreat. You know what I'm saying? Go on and follow your hairline. Go away. You heard about that lady that tattooed the whites of her eyes, blue and purple. I didn't know. I didn't hear about that. Didn't even know that that was humanly possible. She tattooed the whites of her eyes, blue and purple. See, that's that crazy shit, man. Yeah, I seen crazy shit like that. People with all that going on. Now, I bet you that's what I bet you she is going blind. What did she see that now she done found out the world is correct. You get all kind of pins and shit stuck in your eye. Eventually you ain't gonna be able to see. I mean, like, that is some shit that you should not have to warn somebody about. Yeah, they on something, Torian. They definitely on something. I got all this shit stuck in my eye now. I can't see. Duh. Your eyes are the only part of your body that have some shit that like naturally, like a car convertible that closes and protects them and shit. No other part of your body has that except for like your mouth. That means that probably shit shouldn't go into them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mayor Eric Adams got a special place for people like that. Oh yeah, she's crazy over there. That's the woman over there with the tattoos on her eyes. Yeah, she's 730. Somebody caught a squad to go over there and lock her up. Give her some of this. Give her some of this Staten Island water. The big homie Adams snatching them type of people up off the street. Face tattoos, not in New York City. Not in New York City, you don't. What's old boy name that had the YouTube channel that started shooting inside of the inside start shooting inside of the subway? That shit wouldn't have never happened. That motherfucker would have went outside with a bright yellow shirt on, a cut off Scully that looked like a damn headband, a shirt with one sleeve, and a sandal and a Jordan on one foot. Them police would have took his ass right up out of there real quick. You ain't even about to get the chance to do no stupid sandal crime. You taking your ashy ass to the mental house, to Arkham we go. He'd have been resisting arrest. Talking about, I got a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying, like, that's like anybody has ever changed their mind about an arrest after you said some stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't arrest me. Motherfucker, I got a YouTube channel. Police looking at you crazy. You can't even get the police to do their damn job, let alone reason with them with unreasonable shit. You can give police some actual reasonable shit, and they're not gonna listen to you. It was a black woman that did it. I don't understand. What was she getting, a design on her eyes or what? Man, look, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I know that one lady put that Gorilla Glue in her hair, and that was wild. I don't understand that either. What's that rapper's name? What's that rapper's name? Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? She need to make a product. She need to make some hair products. Call that shit Glorilla glue. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will buy it. If people out here, if if people out here, you know what I'm saying, tattooing their eyes and shit, somebody will buy some Glorilla glue. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? Didn't who pass away? Glorilla? What's good, DeAndre? Happy New Year's, bro. She talks like a guy. Maybe she could use some Glorilla glue and glue her mouth shut. So to help nothing stupid come from out of it. You know what I'm saying? Glorilla, man, that's crazy. Like, what? I bet you she thought she had done something when she came out with that name too. Like when she came up with that name, she really thought she did it. Like she was like, I'm about to, I'm about to hit, I'm about to hit these motherfuckers with something new. You sure did. You know what I'm saying? You sure did. Man, somebody told me something crazy about her. Glorilla glue, man. Glorilla glue makes them curls stick. Man, that's funny as hell. The chick who you know that woman that put the Gorilla Glue in her hair, she put that shit in there twice. That's one of those things. If you had done that as a kid, that would be one of them times when your parents was talking to you like they wasn't angry at you, but was like actually secretly pissed. Why you do that? That kind of shit. When then you just randomly get the shit smacked out of you. Shout out to my man Keith West. What up with it, bro? Her real name is Gloria Hallelujah. Shout out to N Major. I have an aunt named Gloria. You know what I'm saying? But her nickname was never Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? She better off creating her own marijuana strain. I don't even know if she. I don't even know. Shit, I wouldn't buy no shit like that. If you gonna have me walking around doing stupid shit like naming myself Glorilla, I ain't smoking none of that. They already got Gorilla Glue anyway. What she gonna make? Glorilla Glue? You know what I'm saying? That's actually a weed strain, Gorilla Glue. You know what I'm saying? She gonna make some Glorilla Glue? Mm-mm. Smoke this Glorilla Glue. This shit'll light your brain up. Nah, I'm good. I'm so good. That's exactly what I'm trying to not have happen. I don't want my brain lit up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my brain lit up. I'm good. You can skip me. Yeah, they be saying that song pass the pass the blunt to the left hand side. Yeah, just go ahead and double dutch that shit. You know what I'm saying? So look, anyway, Stacey Abrams' business funneled $4.4 million to her friend. You know what I'm saying? Stacey Abrams is putting that's hilarious. She need to put some Gorilla Glue in the pages of her accounting books so they stop getting their tax records and coming out with all these damn articles. Bron said Cardi B got about a 4-watt brain. Glorilla got 1 or 2 watt. What do they call those? The dim lights, dim wits. That's where they got that name from, actually, for real, for real. So now here it says from 2019 to 2021, the firm of Lawrence and Bundy received 13.8 million from Fair Fight Action. Lawrence and Bundy served as lead counsel in the Raffsberger case, among other lead services. 7 other firms were involved in the case. Of the firms, Lawrence Bundy received most of the money, according to the group's federal 990 forms from 2019 to 2021. So what you guys can see is that these organizations that Stacey Abrams has, what she does is that she uses those organizations to pay people in her close circle. That's what the evidence is showing. You know what I'm saying? She's paying people close in her circle. And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, make sure you guys smash the like button. Also, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. And also, please make sure you share the video out to your other social media. And also, real quick, if you guys received a notification from YouTube, please put a thumb up in the chat. If you guys didn't get a notification from YouTube, give me a thumbs down. And then also there's a survey. If you guys haven't done that survey, do that survey for me. Fair fight action emerged in the days following Stacey Abrams' narrow loss in 2018 Georgia gubernatorial race, after which she crisscrossed the country imploring Democratic donors to contribute to her effort to expand voter rights. Do you see that? So she went around asking for contributions, and then what ended up happening was magically this business just appeared, because clearly she's not in jail, which means clearly she didn't use any money that she got from this begging tour that she went on. But the sheer size of the outlays for the legal costs have drawn attention and raised questions about Lawrence Hardy's dual roles as lead attorney and Abrams' campaign chairwoman in 2018 in her unsuccessful 2022 race for governor. Do you guys see this? I want y'all to make sure y'all putting 2 and 2 together. Do y'all see what's going on here? See, this is the kind of stuff we need to be asking Stacey Abrams about during the next campaign. Whenever it is that she's running again, whenever she thinks she's about to waddle her little butt up to a podium somewhere, we need to ask her these questions. You know what I'm saying? She finna waddle her little, I'm a little teapot ass up to that damn microphone and start answering questions from the press. This is one of the questions that she needs to get asked. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, in an interview, NAACP Georgia State Conference President Gerald Griggs said he supported Fair Fight Action's efforts in the Raffensperger case, but wished the group had spent more of its resources on organizing voters. I do know that litigation is quite expensive, Griggs said, but if it wasn't being spent on litigation and you're in the voting rights space, it should have been spent on direct voter contact. Lawrence Hardy has previously denied any conflicts of interest in her 2 roles. So, I mean, that's just it. It's not like she had to deal with any court or anything like that. She just, I don't have any conflict of interest. So one thing that Stacey Abrams has in common with Akon is that they know how to make people's money disappear and know how to make money appear for themselves. You know what I'm saying? She declined to comment for this article, but her spokesperson, Karen Finney, defended the legal fees and the expended on the Raffensperger case as justified by its broad scope. The latest figures for fiscal year 2021 reflect work for the 3rd year of the group's 4-year-long Raffensperger case. This has been going on for 4 years. Now, again, let me just ask you guys, how many of you guys knew about this Raffensperger case? Will they bring Stacey up on RICO charges? She's right in the state where they're bringing people up on RICO charges. Will she get in front of the judge and say, Your Honor, the Democratic Party is bad for my community and it's hurt Black people? Will Stacey Abrams do it? Will she be made to do it? So now here it says, in all, Fair Fight Action spent $47.6 million in 2021, mostly on media expenses, research, and legal services from outside law firms, according to filings. Between 2019 and 2021, Fair Fight Action raised $98.1 million. Look at this now. And they spent $87.5 million, of which, quote unquote, 43% was legal fees. They damn near spent the amount that they raised. I think she did, Val. You see, now we're putting these people together. You see that? And remember, one of Stacey Abrams' other businesses is a Georgia production company, probably that produced shows that was aired on NBC. You see, you guys see the connections now? So now here it says we've built a massive entrepreneurial, multifaceted, prominent voting rights juggernaut that played well with other national and state organizations and leveraged every opportunity in a way to advance our mission. Lauren Grawargo, the former CEO of Fair Fight Action, said in an interview with Politico. Abrams, who was the chair of the Fair Fight Action Board until she launched her most recent campaign in late 2021, did not respond to a request for comment. Now, this is interesting, right? Here's my thing. When the media ask these people about these questions, right? If you are a member of the government, in my opinion, you should have to give some kind of statement. Keith Weston said Akon City is still under construction. Technically, it's still under a rock. You know how people be like, well, in case you've been under a rock, that's messed up. Akon City been there like for the last 4 years. So now here it says Fair Fight Action did not specify what percentage of its legal fees was spent on the Raffensperger case. The case began as a broad complaint against many of Georgia's election practices, but was narrowed in 2021 in a summary judgment by federal judge Stephen C. Jones to 3 claims that had a more limited scope. 7 voters ultimately testified in the 2022 trial that they were unable to vote. Jones rejected the group's final claim in September. The state of Georgia spent $6 million defending the Raffensperger case. Abrams, who attributed her narrow 1.4% loss in 2018 to Republican Brian Kemp to voter suppression, lost her rematch with Kemp this year by 7.5 points. Fair Fight spokesperson, I think this is Zakara Espinoza, said legal expenses for Raffensperger shouldn't be compared to other voting rights cases, most of which have lower legal costs, because the Raffensperger case involved soliciting pretrial testimony from thousands of voters. About 3,000 voters gave sworn statements about their voting experiences for the trial. Okay, so how much does it cost per voter? Notice how she said, well, you shouldn't worry about this. It's like, all right, sure. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, make sure you guys help your boy out, smash that like button. The labor needed to document those stories, Espinoza said, was a big part of her higher legal cost. We had over 3,000 voters or would-be voters who provided sworn statements, so that's the legal work. Identifying those voters from the initial outreach, like doing the research on those voters. There's a lot of due diligence in confirming all the facts of barriers that they're reporting experiencing, Espinoza said. Some of these statements were then chosen for additional documentation called voter declarations for the Fair Fight Action case. Ultimately, about 24 voters testified in the Raffensperger trial. In addition to fighting the Raffensperger case, Espinoza said the group's legal vendors in 2021 also wrote congressional reports on the state of voting in Georgia, urged Congress to pass federal voting rights legislation, provided voter protection legal training and worked with a coalition of Georgia-based organizations to support voters. She added that 2021 was a relatively low-activity year for Roethlisberger as both sides awaited the judge's ruling in the defense's request for a summary judgment. Fair Fight Action's most expensive work in 2021 was not related to legal fees, but media. Of the $14.8 million spent on the media, 13.3 went to the firm of Al Media. All right. So now my question is, who is Al Media? How much do you guys want to bet that Al Media is somebody close to Stacey Abrams? Al Media is probably owned and operated or ran by somebody that's a part of Stacey Abrams' campaign team or somebody that's cool with Stacey Abrams. How many of y'all think that that's probably what this is going to say? And now here's the question. Here's the even better question. When it comes to this kind of stuff with these politicians, why is it that we find out about this stuff after the elections? How come we don't find out about this stuff before the elections? This would have been something that I think people who were considering voting for Stacey Abrams should have been presented with. What do you guys think? You guys think that people should have been presented with this information? I think they should have. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says we weren't legally required to share it this year. We have new leadership this year, and we sent over everything that we're legally required to share. Okay. Al Media is a political advertising media company with offices in Chicago and Washington that has created ads for not just Fair Fight Action, but also the Democratic National Committee, the senatorial reelection campaign of Raphael Warnock, Jamie Harrison's unsuccessful 2020 attempt to win a Senate seat in South Carolina, as well as Abrams' unsuccessful 2022 gubernatorial campaign. You guys hear anything that got your eyebrows raised about that paragraph? Anything suspect in that paragraph? It was a very active year with regard to voter protection, voter suppression, what we could consider voter suppression legislation, said Finney, the spokesperson for Lawrence and Bundy of 2021. The 990 form for Fair Fight provided for 2021 also did not show any donor information. For the first time in Fair Fight Action's history, the organization did not share the Schedule B section of its 990 form, which includes information about donations to the organization. Every other year, Fair Fight has withheld donor names, which is not required to provide, but has included the dollar amounts of donations. Now, here's my question. Why is this year different? Why aren't they sharing all the information this year? You see, every other year it says, yeah, we'll share. This year, for some reason, you don't need to know all that. Who made that song? It's none of your business when that salt and pepper. It's none of your business. If we want to look and see how much you spend on fees, it's none of your business. Oh, now y'all up here singing salt and pepper. Now y'all sitting up here singing some old school ass rap. Because your paperwork dirty. You know what I'm saying? Your paperwork looking kind of funny. That's suspect. Yeah, I agree. Keith says people should definitely know, but that's how the political game's played. Unlike Herschel Walker, all his dirty laundry came out while he was running. Well, you know, his own party did that to him. Did you know that Mitch McConnell was one of the first people that aired out a lot of dirty laundry on him? It was interesting. Actually, Marjorie Taylor Greene came out to Herschel Walker's defense. But yeah, it was Mitch McConnell. Old boy Mitch McConnell did that. He used some connects that I think he had with Reuters and Associated Press. Shout out to Sean Williams. Make sure you guys show some love. Drop some radiation emojis for sharing and liking the stream. You know what I'm saying? We got goals this year. Your boy is trying to get to 10K subscribers by the end of the year. Do y'all think I can do it? I think we can do it. Once we get to 10K, I'm trying to get both channels to 10K. We can really make some jumps in the kind of content that I do. You know what I'm saying? Triple Chin Mitch. Yeah, I think Torian called him Weekend at Bernie's or something. Because he looks like Weekend at Bernie's. He looks like a ventriloquist. That dude actually looks like a mannequin. And he sounds like a dead body too. He sounds like, what's that, Emperor Palpatine? I think we need to be more fiscally responsible. Like he actually sounds dead. I share a belief with President Barack Obama, who's also the descendant of slave owners, that America does not need to pay reparations for sins of people that aren't alive anymore. Man, if you don't shut your old lion ass up, Mitch, your old lion ass was on a damn plantation owning that motherfucker. Because you about 700 years old. Yeah, he looks like Palpatine too. He go back there and put that robe on and do some weird ass Jedi rituals and come back out. Damn, Mitch, you still alive? How the hell you... Didn't you just have your 700th birthday? Oh, I've been doing chanting. My physicians told me to chant every now and then. It's been, doing a decent job maintaining my health. Chanting. Motherfuckers sitting back there doing some damn Jedi chants and shit. Talking to spirits. That's why those old politicians be like that. Like the Star Wars is actually onto something. Like I'm telling y'all, man, the movies. Yeah, he is constipated. The definition of constipated is full of shit. That motherfucker's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? The movies are actual reality, and actual reality that you're taught and conditioned to accept is not real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man B1 First. What up with it, bro? I drank about 4 cups now of metal musil. It does a good job. Metamucil, does a good job of keeping me regular, more consistent with the president and gas prices. I'm surviving. Sad to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Got to find you a new doctor. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one with the last name of Kevorkian. You know what I mean? So now here it says we weren't legally required to share it this year. We have new leadership this year, and we send over everything that we're legally required to share. So they basically doing the whole you ain't got a warrant to knock type shit, which basically means you got all the drugs up in there. Espinoza said when they asked why Fair Fight decided to withhold more information this year than in past years. All right, so That's what she's doing with I mean, I don't understand how they just get away with this shit. Basically, this is just money laundering. This is a scheme where they cycle money around, you know what I'm saying? And they get freaking money paid back to all their friends and everybody on this big get rich quick scheme, while all the poor people that's voting for them sitting there thinking they're gonna do something for them and shit. And it's never going to happen. That shit's not going to happen. And Major say the funniest person on earth. I bet you if you sitting at the table with Mitch McConnell, you can literally hear every time he drinks, you can hear that shit traveling down to his stomach. You know, sometimes people had him loud like stomach sounds and shit. God damn. And he just sitting there wiping his mouth and chewing and just thinking everything is all good. And like you could literally actively hear the digestion going on. It's like, man, God damn. Man, I wish your 7th century old ass would just go ahead and just take a 5-minute dirt nap. You know what I'm saying? Nah, hell no. Who shit? Think about that, Val. She missing out on all that money. If she's not gonna be making that money if she got to actually go in the office and do some real work. I want to hear what Stacey Abrams is talking about on her real phone. She probably lost that election and got on the phone and said, "Child, whoo, that shit was close. That shit was close. I thought I was gonna have to actually do some damn work, but honey, the final countdown came in, and I'm not gonna be doing shit this year. So we in the monty hunty, and it's not funty. I'm about to go home and start writing a book right now." I bet you she said that shit to somebody. I want to hear her trap phone. Somebody subpoena that shit. I want to listen to her damn phone like they was up there listening to old boy's phone, and his baby mom was his baby mom told him, think about it, say, you go in and snitch on YSL. Nah, shit, you got a son to take care of. Yeah, that's what she said. She said, whoo, child. She had a handkerchief patting her head. She probably unbuttoned the top button of her business suit. Whoo, child, Lord have mercy. They was counting. Girl, I was sweating something awful. You know she hit him with one of those. I thought they was about to put my bag on hold. She said, child, I'm about to go buy about 6 or 7 packages of notebook paper. I'm about to sit my ass down in this custom-made chair that's the size of that's 2 chairs put together. So I have a nice little pad under each ass cheek. And I'm about to type up some shit. I'm about to type up a New York bestseller, a Houston bestseller, a LA Times bestseller, and an Atlanta bestseller. That's all we finna do is sell out over here. Yeah, she had the fan with Martin Luther King on it, the fan that'd be at everybody's funeral or at the weddings, because you know how it be. The heater don't, you know what I'm saying? The internal temperature don't never work right. You know what I'm saying? So you know the Martin Luther King fans, or you know what I'm saying, the Book of the Bible fan. You know how that shit go. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She got one of them bad boys moving it back and forth, or folded up Chinese food menu, one of the two. Fanning that shit back and forth. Whoo, girl, it's about whoo. It's about 900 degrees out here. Stacy, what the hell are you talking about? It's about 900 degrees out there. A damn freeze wave just went through the South. What you sweating like that for? Oh, shit. Honey, I was under pressure. You mean like that button on that shirt under your neck? Just like that. I thought I was actually gonna have to sit my ass in one of them offices and go out here and talk to these people, and Lord have mercy, these fools out here acting all crazy, talking about some damn reparations and shit. Talking about some damn reparations and shit. Damn, and last time, oh, Jim getting old and shit. I don't know what the hell he did with the batter, but girl, last time he had a fish fry, I had to wear a protecting pad. I had to wear a protecting pad. That shit was running all through me like Usain Bolt, honey. I couldn't get nothing done. Shit. I sit down. Soon as I sit down, gotta get back up. Sit my ass down, gotta get back up. Sit my ass down, gotta be. By the time I got done, I said, "Shit, I'm just about to sit over here, but right next to the porta potty." Tell Jim not to cook the fish anymore. I don't know. They say he's starting to talk a little slower. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with Jim. He might be getting of age. We might have to get him some help and get him a nurse, but I don't know. I don't think he's cooking everything all the way through these days. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can get some Popeyes this year or something. Stacy got her fried chicken and biscuits on deck. She ain't writing no book. That's hilarious. She got the whole fried chicken collection and shit. It's a damn sample every single time you go into her office. She got 2 tables, one table in front of the table that she doing work with 3 different layouts. One of them from Church's Chicken, you know what I'm saying? The other one from the damn Jack in the Box, because they got Jack in the Boxes down there, you know what I'm saying? And the other one from Popeyes and shit. Taste one of these. Which one of these you think tastes better? Ain't nothing even in here. It ain't nothing but bread. Oh, never mind then. You bring my paper so I can write these books? Like, that's all these people do is just scam. Cooking fish and old chicken. Oh, man. I bet you walk in her. Have you ever? Her office, I bet you that shit smell like a deep fryer. Like when you walk in there, it just smells like French fries. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You go in there and that French fry smell just hits you. Oh, God damn. Have you ever heard of a fruit or a vegetable? Let me introduce you to my friend broccoli. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there, just got a box of freezer food open next to her work chair with some tongs and shit, dipping that shit in the grease while it's hot, like some damn barbecue sauce, and just pulling it out. Like, damn, that you're not even about to make it to spend all this money you sitting up here laundering. I ain't got time to eat nothing healthy. I gotta make a speech tomorrow for about $2 million. I got this damn book deal that's for $50 million. And I got to get my campaign together for about $100 million. I guess you busy. You know what I'm saying? What the hell your ass want? Asking me questions about reparations? Like, oh, Lord have mercy. Get this lady up out of here. Shout out to my man, Mr. Doc. I'm glad you enjoy it, bro. That's hilarious, man. What is wrong with these people, man? Scoop. What do you think Stacy got in that scoop? what do you think Stacy got in that scoop? JoJo's or French fries? What you got in that scoop? JoJo's, French fries, legs, or thighs? Which one? You know what I'm saying? Stacey Abrams campaign in debt after blowout loss. She was talking about, I bet you she almost had a blowout after eating some of that Clyburn fish too. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't do no article about that. That's the little add-ins that you only get exclusive over here. So now here it says, after raising more than $100 million in her second bid to be Georgia governor, the Stacey Abrams campaign owes more than $1 million in debt to vendors. Two-time campaign manager Lauren Wargo confirmed to Axios. Why it matters. Abrams has been heralded for her fundraising prowess. and had brought in donations at a presidential level earlier in the year. Just bringing them in at a presidential level and shit, huh? But money became so tight. The money start working like her clothes and shit. The money became so tight that her face started turning blue. No, I'm just playing. That most of the 180 full-time staffers were given an abrupt paycheck cutoff date. Damn, really? Just a week after an election, after the November election. We got a staff meeting. Come over here, y'all. Just so y'all know, we closing down forever next week. What? Stacey Abrams, y'all. Stacey Abrams. People have told me they have no idea how they're going to pay their rent in January. Probably get another job would be a start. One former staffer told Axios, it was more than unfortunate. It was messed up. But I feel their pain, though. I mean, that is messed up. But what's even more crazy is that I guarantee you they cut this shit off and they sitting back counting the money, and she's distributing a lot of money to a lot of people that she's cool with. That's why they close it off early. You know what I'm saying? So now Wargo told Axios that a cavalcade of negative press and negative polling made fundraising difficult in the final months. She said the campaign had engaged brokers to sell their donor and voter contract databases to try to pay down the debt over time. We did not just lose, we got blown out, she said. It was the most suboptimal situation to be in, and we will be dealing with that situation for some time, I bet. Of course, I would have loved to do a lot of things differently, Wargo said, but I had to move as fast as possible. I hope you, when you was training to move as fast as you could, I hope you took notes and watched that video of Stacey Abrams waddling at light speed when that man asked her about reparations. If you watch that video and you followed that form and you start learning how to move like an upright caterpillar, you all get that shit done in no time. Because I've never seen anybody move like that, but Stacey Abrams was moving like a short leg, upright caterpillar to get away from that man that had asked her about reparations. Them little legs, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. She looked like a full-grown little person running a sprint, but it was in slow motion. DeAndre said, I bet Stacey wish she could pay some reparations now to pay that debt. She got the money. Listen, bro, it's all been laundered. You know what I'm saying? It's all been laundered. That's what she has these businesses for. You know what I'm saying? She has these businesses to quote unquote act like she's helping her campaign. But remember, those campaign businesses are non-taxable. So she's moving money back and forth through those and using her own income and saying she's donating it. I would like to see how much of the donations that went to those businesses are from her own personal bank account. But see, the thing is that with those businesses, you get to keep the donors anonymous. Yeah, Bernie got on down too when he was asked about reparations. He sure did. He said, oh, you asking me about reparations? Oh, now I'm really starting to feel the burn. I think when I had Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at the house yesterday, you know, for my elderly care and bath, she might have misplaced something. And I think I woke up this morning and grabbed a tube of the wrong stuff. And now it's hot and itchy. Like Bernie Sanders is a placeholder. He one of them folks too. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, he one of them folk. He a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Chicago. You know how the white people always be like, let's talk about Chicago. Hey. Let's talk about Chicago. Yeah, let's talk about Chicago. It's definitely some folks we got to talk about. there's definitely some gang activity with some folks that we got to talk about too. Clyburn is cussing black folks out for asking about reparations. Clyburn's so damn slow. I bet you it took his dumbass about 5 minutes to figure out which cuss word he wanted to use and then actually defecate it out of his mouth. Come on down here messing with me. Go on over there and eat your fish. Leave me the hell alone. Get the hell on now. The hell on. Sounding like Red's dad on Friday. I don't know why these people come down here fucking with me. Damn. This motherfucker's getting through a sentence sound like a damn Delta 88 starting up. Shit. It's crazy. So now here's that we tried to do the best we could to make sure we would be there to help folks, she said, pointing to health insurance benefits that lasted through November. If y'all wanted to really help those people, you could have just actually paid them. Try that. Try giving them the paycheck. You know what I'm saying? I figured 100 million. They should be able to pay me till December, said another former Abrams staffer. Yeah, I mean, that's reasonable. Another staff member emphasized that the compensation was high for campaigns and that the human resource department worked above and beyond to try to help staff find new jobs. Cash flow problems forced the campaign to cut its weekly ad buys from between 2 and 3 million in early October to $825,000 in the final week of the month. Kim spent more than $2.6 million that same week. So she had no intention of trying to win. You guys see this? Basically, what it's looking like here. Basically, what it's looking like here is that she sabotaged her own campaign. She didn't even spend $1 million. Kim spent more than double. So she wanted to get right back to making money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know that's exactly what it sounded like. Lord have mercy. Come down here. I'm trying to pass up the damn fish over here. These white folks down here, here y'all come. Some of them goddamn reparations. Why they going over there and leave me the hell alone? Yeah. I've been doing this for 30 years. Show some respect. Shut your old ass up. All right. Don't even give me, man, look. Don't even get me started, man. Right. Yeah, he was mad. I'm telling you, he started sounding like Red's dad. Somebody should have yoked his old ass up and been like, what vote? What vote? So now here it says, at the time, Gra-Wargo defended it as a strategic decision to invest in digital and ground game operations. But she told Axios on Friday, I was trimming everything we could. Abrams nearly ran out of money during the 2018 primary, said Georgia Democratic operative Chris Hutman. He called it a well-documented pattern. I mean, we're seeing a pattern. We're seeing a pattern. Let me ask you guys this question. What pattern are we seeing? We're seeing a pattern. Yeah, she's using she's using running for office as a money laundering mechanism. She's not even trying to win. What she's doing is she's running, right? She's using all of the businesses associated with creating a campaign to create a revenue stream and also to be able to wash taxes off of the dollars, right? She donates her own personal income into those companies, has her friends working for them, pays the friends nice fees, and then collects the rest of it. That right there is how you get the revenue looking exactly like the expenses, because the revenue is not always supposed to equal the expenses. That's not how that's supposed to work. It's not supposed to look like that. In some cases it should, right? But in those cases, those are businesses that are resource intensive. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of human resources here. And again, regardless, the amount of money that she spent on payroll is negligible compared to quote unquote legal fees. What are legal fees? Well, legal fees were when she paid her buddy that owned that law firm. So there's no so what Stacey Abrams is doing is she's putting up a front. What it appears to be, what it looks like from my assessment from these articles, is that Stacey Abrams and the Democratic Party, for the most part, they know she's not going anywhere. They know a lot of people aren't going anywhere, but they put these people up as a front runner and as a hope, as a litmus test to see if you'll still vote for them, as well as to help them make a little bit of money on the side. My man Major says, this is actually why I got banned from Twitter. I said she wasn't trying to win, and it was obvious. And now it makes even more sense why they jumped on Killer Mike like that. Don't you about to have us in a Scooby-Doo situation. You about to have them unmasking our scheme. Shut your ass up. Talking about I'm not running an effective campaign and I need to do what Governor Kemp is doing. I need to do what Governor Kemp is doing if I'm trying to win the race. I'm trying to get back to my bag. You shut up before somebody started looking into me. That's why they got on Killer Mike like that. Because at that point, somebody would say, well, why isn't she adjusting? I mean, even somebody that's on her side says, she's not running an effective campaign. And then you notice after they hopped all on Killer Mike like that, no one else criticized her campaign, did they? See how that worked? So now here it says she was running a campaign where there's always been more money in the future that can fix the mistakes of the past. Now, how is that? How do you burn through all your money? You don't get what you were trying to get, and somehow magically more money appears and you can fix it. How does that work? My man Keith Weston says the pattern that I see is black politicians are stepping for white politicians. Facts. Another another pattern that I see is that black politicians they're not looking for black people as constituents. They're looking for black votes only. That's an issue I feel that the grassroots probably should address head on. Because that's what the pattern shows. That's what the evidence shows. Now, you guys know the other branches of the media are not going to talk about this. So how do we get the message out there? We got to spread our message. We got to grow our platforms. We got to use word of mouth. We got to use organic ways of doing it until we're at the point to where we can have something that is actually rivaling NBC or CNN or even Young Turks. You know what I'm saying? We got to get there. Slow and steady. We will. Slow and steady wins the race. You know what I'm saying? You never want to go into a fight and just start swinging wild until you're too tired to keep your arms up, because then somebody going to light your head up. The best method, let the other person use up as much energy as they can. Hit them where you can and get out of there. until they start showing signs of fatigue. And then that's when you go in and finish it. Slow and steady. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, Garawargo told Axios that comparisons to 2018 are quote unquote uninformed, given the differences in the campaign, including a competitive primary and a better climate for Democrats in 2018. Well, here's the issue. She did worse. So I don't even know why they came out. I don't even know why she's made that statement, because that statement didn't help anything at all. I mean, she did worse. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So now here it says a more complete picture of the campaign's finances will be available in the new year after disclosures are due. So now here's my question for you guys. Are you guys interested to see exactly what Stacey Abrams and her campaign company spent that money on? See if any new businesses popped up. See if any new books popped up. If you guys want to follow this story, I'll definitely follow it, and we'll throw it into the All Money Ain't Good Money playlist, because this definitely ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, we got some shade going on here. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please make sure you guys smash the like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. All right. Please make sure you share the video out. Also, I don't know if you guys have been able to tell, but the channel is actually started to grow. And the reason why it's growing is because you guys are doing a lot better with putting comments in at the end of the stream and putting comments in at the videos. And you guys are watching more of the videos, which also helps as well. So please keep that up. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you guys leave a comment at the end of the stream. I'm going to try to do a couple more videos. So, you know, if you guys make sure you got your notifications turned on, hopefully they'll show up. You know, YouTube is kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow me on my other social media, because I always share my videos to my other social media. So in case you missed the notification, you might scroll down your timeline and see it. To everybody that contributed to the stream, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It is all of you together that helped me to be able to continue to stream. So I'm glad that you guys enjoy the content, because I definitely enjoy making it for you guys, and there's more to come. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, peace.